No, record on.
No, record on mine.
On my own?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is another episode of Majority Rules. We're coming back at you. We got another new guest today. Got a couple of the same faces from yesterday. Everybody want to introduce themselves again? We got...
Guys, you know me. It's Pasquale. Hope everyone's still staying safe.
We got Richie over here. How you doing?
Stucci in the house.
Ray D here. Let me pull up my Tinder bio. No, I'm just kidding. Ray D.
I mean, if you want, you can leave your personals here and see if anybody will reach out. Reach out to me, you know what I'm saying?
No Tinder for me, none of that.
Ray's another guy I know from the neighborhood for a very long time, but he actually took quite a different path than the rest of us. Well, not really. He's been on a couple of podcasts too. Why don't you tell everybody a little about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I was on Ramblers Anonymous. That was a podcast with three dudes out in Long Island, talked about politics and pop culture, sort of like a comedy podcast, but we focused on politics. I worked with Owen Schroyer for a little bit. A lot of people may know him from the Alex Jones channel, InfoWars. I did a podcast with him for a little bit. I guess spotted with him. And right now I am on the Sports Report. It's a podcast for pro and college sports. On the college level, it focuses on like the local schools, which is cool, like John Jay College, St. John's, like the schools around here, Five Towns College out in Queens. And I do NFL and NHL on that podcast every Friday.
Holy shit. That's
What?
like...
And now you're on Majority Rules. Welcome.
That, right? I feel like I'm honored that he's here.
Podcaster with us today.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I could learn a lot from this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
I like talking, so.
at this point, I don't even want to do it no more. I'm going to sign off.
Yeah. I'm just going to give up my spot. You can host it. Fuck it. Whatever. Yeah. This kid knows how to do stuff. Anyway, so we all went from growing up in the neighborhood together to fucking... Everybody does their own thing when we start figuring out what we're going to do with our lives, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And how the fuck did you end up going down a political road instead of, you know, the same shit that the rest of us all do?
I did shrooms one night, man. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't just do it. But, I kind of just, I would do what everybody else did. I shit-talked on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram for a while. And, I kind of got into it like right before when Trump decided to run, and I was like into politics and I was volunteering on like a local level. And then when Trump got involved, it was sort of just like, oh, so you don't really need a career in politics. You don't need like a stepping stone. You could just run. So I kind of like, listen, I had the same vision everybody else did. We kind of got sick and tired of the direction of the neighborhood was going. I got tired of hearing people just shit talk on Facebook. Like if you're just going to complain all the time, just try actually doing something.
We hung out with a kid that did that, and nothing but ranting and raving on Facebook.
Yeah.
It didn't get him anywhere, and he's probably still ranting and raving in some cave of a basement that he's in.
Wow. Shot fired.
Shots fired. I'm sorry, but
straight fired.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's like that.
Yeah, I got involved around like 2016. I volunteered on a local level with a bunch of campaigns, and then in 2017,
how was that?
I decided to just take a run for it, and I ran for city council. And I jumped in with like 5 months left in an election cycle, and technically for like a year or two. I was supposed to get like 5% in the election. I ended up getting close to 30%. Definitely like started a little bit of a movement. Yeah, I got a following. I think I got 4,000 votes out of the 12,500 ballots that were split. But I did okay. I definitely crossed over some people. I ran as a Republican at the time, and I definitely crossed over some Democrats. But I did the legwork. I went out there at 5 a.m. I was at train stations. I was handing out palm cards. I actually came up with a platform. I hired like an election attorney, and I hired a campaign manager, and all that stuff. And I raised a good amount of money. Thankfully, a lot of people donated. A couple people from here donated, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I mean, that was just it. I just took the shot. I said, F it. You know, why not? Like, a lot of people are just talking about it. I actually wanted to do it. I'm still involved politically in certain ways. I don't know if I'll ever run again. It's not really the lifestyle I envisioned having. But it was a good time. I met a lot of people. I shook a lot of hands. It was a little different than
those are different handshakes that we give.
Yeah. I had to do this. And it was a little different. definitely a cool experience. Listen, I tell anybody, if you want to do it, just do it. There's an outlet to do it. There's a way to do it. You don't just need to be the guy in the suit, Stanford,
you could be the
or
guy
went to,
with the cowboy hat,
attorney to do it.
72 tigers, and just fucking go
Yeah.
for it. You know?
I was Joe Exotic before Joe Exotic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was definitely nice to see a familiar face from the neighborhood taking that initiative and take a step. And I don't know, had a big following amongst the neighborhood.
It was definitely surprising. It was cool, like when I went to places, and I went to, like, I campaigned in Coney Island. I had a campaign in Coney Island. I had a campaign in Brighton Beach. And the minute I would pull up, people would know who I was. And I was like, oh, shit, like, there is something going on here. There is a little bit of a movement. People know who I am. People wanted to take pictures with me. And I didn't think that was possible. Like, I just thought I was going to throw myself on a ballot and, my family and my friends were going to vote for me, and that would have been it.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a movement started. It was good. People still talk about it. There's still, like, some signs lingering, like, on stores on Avenue.
My father still got his up in the shop. You gotta go back right?
So it's cool, man. It gives me motivation to just, keep it going on that front and just keep doing things. I have a non-for-profit geared towards the neighborhood, and did stuff with that. Did a couple food drives and toy giveaways, job fairs. We gave away 1,000 masks over on Coney Island on Sunday at Cary Gardens, and stuff like that, man. I like getting involved. I like doing it, and I think that you guys obviously have a gift. Everybody has a gift, and I think my gift is that I'm not shy. I'm good at outreach, and I'm good at making people feel comfortable, and I kind of use that gift in that direction.
I have the same gift.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. You got to get your hands dirty sometimes. You got to be out there. You got to put yourself out there for the older and the younger, and let everybody know that you're going to be around for a while and that you're trying to actually do things for the entire community.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. It's good. Because, nobody wins the first go around. You learn, you pick up the pieces, and you make networking or whatever, and you meet people, and you keep going.
Yeah, I realized I was making a little bit of a headway when you started seeing articles come out about me, like hit pieces. Yeah. I was like, oh, shit, like, people actually got to pay attention to me. They may hate me, and they may take everything I say. I saw, like, one article that said my campaign slogan was "Bring Brooklyn Back." And somebody said that my campaign slogan meant bring it back to, like, the 70s when the Italian people would chase black people with bats. Like, that's the craziest thing I've never portrayed that once in my life.
No.
Well, that's your first experience of
slander.
Out of context,
Slander.
fucking
but
twisting.
Bad publicity is still publicity. So
yeah,
whatever you know what I mean?
Even if it was a third grade fucking party news outlet, I'm still gonna cut the article out and put it on my refrigerator. Like,
oh yeah,
I'd be like, yo, somebody was talking shit about me.
Yeah.
Whatever. Who cares? It's still cool. It's still a cool experience.
Yeah, and I remember you being on a podcast with somebody on a radio show with somebody out in California, right?
I was on a bunch of them. Yeah, a guy from California sort of caught wind of my campaign because I ran as a Republican. I'm sort of like middle of the pack as far as what I am politically. I'm like a libertarian. But I actually like hit on like neighborhood issues. Like these dudes are talking about stuff that no one even cares about. Like a lot of these dudes are talking about, like, I don't need to know what my councilman thinks about Donald Trump.
Right.
I need to know about what you're doing about people dying from heroin overdoses 2 blocks away from me.
Honestly,
right.
that's what I was going to say. Especially in our neighborhood, growing up here our whole life, seeing what's been going on the last couple of years,
it's very different.
It's fucking crazy. It really is.
It's getting worse.
Like there's people that we know are just dropping like flies, and I really wish that we could do something to change it and fucking bring it back to the way it was.
What's crazy is how much more it stands out now that this is going on. So now, like, okay, when you have to go grocery shopping or whatever, and you're trying to stay local, and you're going into these stores, and you see how many, my dad likes to call them undesirables, or people that are just like not doing the right thing during a time like this, no mask, or you're coughing on all the cheeseburgers I'm trying to buy, and all the kinds of shit like that. Like, that's not what this neighborhood used to be.
No, of course.
It's bad.
There was a common courtesy. That's gone.
Yeah, it's all totally out the window, and everybody just is careless about
We,
everyone
we,
else.
we looked out for each other, and that's why one of the things I was talking about, like, we all knew each other because we all hung out together. We all hung out together because there was things put forth, like block parties, like bazaars,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
like summer camps where we all met
Yeah,
each other
right.
from hanging out in Booty Schoolyard and what's
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That doesn't exist anymore. I wanted to bring that back.
Ray, last year, I remember driving by Booty Schoolyard in like the middle of June, and I didn't see not one soul,
Not a soul.
in there.
Nobody.
And I said, "What the
Different
fuck is
generation
going?"
now. It's
There used to
different
be
generation.
45 people in there at a
Of
time
course.
playing
They would
every
all
single
have-
sport.
Little groups, and
Probably
then
more. It would
everybody
be-
would come together.
You would have that basketball crew, the football crew in the middle of the basketball games going on. Then you would have the sponge ball in the inner court. Then you have the stickball on the handball court as handball was going on.
Yeah,
And now you don't even see a fucking piece of
Mayhem.
garbage on the
Nothing.
floor.
Just
Nothing.
everything you can imagine.
It's
I haven't
insane.
heard someone call next since 2004.
Next,
Wow.
next.
Since-
Yeah, next.
There's no first.
technology
There's
and
no
drugs
first
have
to get a
gotten-
next.
Technology and drugs have made
There is
everything
no
worse
next. It's not
growing up
even-
in the schoolyards.
Yo, I got next. Nah, I've been waiting here a half hour.
Yeah,
I've been waiting here
exactly.
7 years.
Games 21 took 3 hours.
I
Push.
mean, that's what it is now. It's a different, but you can guarantee that they're all on Xbox.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah. 100%. Yo, Rich, I think I brought this up one time on the podcast, but remember that one time we were having a catch on the block, and a guy walked by, and he's like, yo, I haven't seen this in a decade. That made me feel old as fuck.
Yeah.
And that was a couple of years back, and it got 10 times worse now. When a
Yeah.
guy walks by and says, I haven't seen it in a decade,
And
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Late 20s doing it, like, that's bad.
All right,
what is
so
going on?
my question is-
younger than us doing it.
when is everything going to go back to normal?
I don't know.
What, Corona-wise or?
Everything in general, just like public things. Like,
So,
when are we going to see kids in the street playing catch?
never.
Never.
Listen,
That was done before.
Rich, hold on one second. This generation is completely different than what we grew up doing.
Yeah.
I think they're totally
They're
fine
not-
with this quarantine because
No,
they're home anyway.
Because they're home anyway, but
Hey, what?
they're not the type of kids that are going to be like, yo, it's fucking 80 degrees out. Let me go sweat my balls off, come back at 8 o'clock smelling like shit, or take a shower and go back out and hang out on a stoop. Whatever it is. It's more like, let me not shower, sit in my house all day, fucking play video games.
My
go
AC's
eat
on
dinner.
all day.
Yeah, all day long, and they're fine with that. They go to school, they come home, and they jump on a computer.
Yo, I knew this
Different
generation
times,
changed.
man.
I knew this generation changed in May. I was playing softball at Dust Bowl, and I think we played Friday nights. I went to the diner, Cropsey Diner, right in our neighborhood at like 12 o'clock. We finished at like 12 o'clock. I got there, and right after we sat down, there was like 4 of us, a whole prom came and sat down, and these kids were taking selfies. I'm like, yo, 12 o'clock? I was at after prom, getting mangled. I didn't even know where I was. I had no
Yeah.
And these
I
kids
didn't
were
come
taking
home.
selfies.
It's
and I just-
different, man. Different.
gotta come home
Technology's
now, but-
changed all these things.
Honestly,
I was
Ray,
in a
didn't even know-
legitimate nightclub at my prom. I don't even know
Yep.
how we got in, but
Yeah.
it seemed to. I think it was more like this one club catered to, because everybody's prom kind of fell around the same time.
Yeah,
So
they
there
had
were
specials.
multiple proms from different schools. We were all there. Every single person in the club was in like prom clothes or whatever.
Yeah.
It was packed, and it was like this entire place is underage drinking, and it is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what
You know,
it
it's cra-
was. That's what, and now,
It was
Yo,
like
you know-
the hidden
you know what
secret
really
that
bothers
everyone knew
me?
about.
especially in this neighborhood, you got like the youngest kids thinking they're who the fuck they are, and it's the most annoying thing in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, that goes for everybody. During this, bro, I'm watching kids try to get famous, making stupid TikToks and stupid videos where they're pretending to be stereotypical things that I've seen 100 times over.
Yeah.
But now that everyone's stuck home and everyone's watching what everybody else is doing, they're like becoming mini viral pieces that are really not funny at all. There's no humor in
Yeah,
it
but
whatsoever.
you guys,
Kind of the reason why we had to bring this back.
but you gotta think about it, yo. You know, and we spoke about this a couple of times, but everything is changing, from music to fucking going to play outside, even dating now. You know, everything is changing. Nothing will ever be the same. And now it's gonna get 10 times worse because of this Corona shit. No one's going out anymore and fucking mingling and doing that. It's gonna be like, yo, what are you doing? The new normal is gonna be like, yo, are you sick? No, yeah, no. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, nothing's ever gonna go back. It's not.
It's gonna take a while
Nothing that
Take
will
a
ever
while.
be the same.
It's gonna
Take
be a
a really
while
long
since.
time.
until we really find out what really went down in China and what the final numbers are. No one's gonna know anything. That's just gonna be it.
I think we're gonna be the
Find out,
absolute last state to open up. Absolute
100%.
last. The bottom of the
100%.
barrel.
We,
like,
we,
everyone else is gonna be the guinea pig to see if there's like a second
Wave.
fucking wave of this shit, and
Plus-
if there is, then that we're really gonna get put on the burner to reopen.
Yep.
I'm okay with that though, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
me
okay-
too,
I'm
me
okay
too.
with the beta versions going
Yeah,
out.
me too, me too, me too.
I don't feel like going out to see, like I stood home, like I played my part for the most part. Like I saw my girl, I saw family, and like that was pretty much it. But I'm not ready to go back to Cebu next week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll
No
let
way.
everybody else go to Cebu. I'll see what happens out there.
Exactly.
And then I'll
Bro,
go out there after.
Listen to this.
That's exactly what happened the week before the world ended. We went to Pasquale's for like a little barbecue thing. A bunch of people
and that was
showed up.
it.
We were all there. So
We
later on
literally-
during the day after we ate and we like ran out of alcohol and stuff, we looked at each other and everybody was like, should we take this party to Bay Ridge? And I was like, nah, yo, I don't
It's
want
not
to be
really that safe. We
I
don't
was
know where. We don't know if it came here yet. And I was like, yo, summer 2020 is gonna be lit. And
Yeah.
boom, we fucking jinxed ourselves.
You jinxed it, bro. You jinxed it.
But that one night, I was like, yo, I don't want to be that guy that goes out and gets sick. So let's wait a week and we'll go out next weekend if
Bro,
anything.
look at this. I woke up this morning feeling like shit, right? I got put on a fucking
Yeah, right.
14-day
Dum
quarantine.
dum dum.
You know what I'm saying? And now I gotta stay home.
Now think
Fuck,
about
I
it
gotta lock
now.
myself.
Go back to the school thing. Kids did 4 years of school and not even getting graduation this year.
Yeah.
That
My
sucks.
nephew-
No prom, no graduation, nothing.
Listen,
Oh,
my
yeah.
nephew is supposed to graduate this year, and I
From
feel
what?
so bad
High school?
from high school. And
It sucks.
you
It
know,
ruins everything.
I didn't
I-
really think about that.
experience.
That sucks.
honestly,
The whole
I
experience out the window.
was thinking about doing something for him, but what can I do? Go buy his house with my car,
Nothing.
play
You
It's
can't
not
do
going to be the
nothing.
same, man.
You know what I'm saying? Go buy his
Nothing.
house, play the graduation song with a fucking fake diploma in my hand, have him come down the stairs with a
Damn,
mask on.
bro.
Yo,
That's
Throw
one
it to him
experience
6
they
feet
won't
away,
get.
and
Prom,
you know?
prom is supposed to be the culmination of the 4 years of
Yes.
bullshit. That you
Yeah.
can fucking
Yeah.
party really
Bangs-
hard. That sucks, bro. I didn't even
bang
think about
bitches,
that.
and then go
Yeah,
home.
right off into the sunset. Because
Yeah.
half or 3/4 of those kids you're probably not going to see for a really long time.
Pretty much.
You know what's crazy? I'm thinking about the week before this hit, like what I did. I was legitimately the Saturday before this hit, like the week before, I was at Bounce nightclub. Shout out to Bounce nightclub, by the way. We're like,
See, he had them political ins, bro. That's why they let him in.
we're like 300
100%.
people. On the Tuesday after that, I was at a Ranger game, and the Saturday right before this hit, I was at a wedding at the Plaza Hotel with like 450 people.
Nice.
Like, I've never been around that many people in a 1 week span in my life, and then
That was it. That was the cap.
pandemic ever
And
hit.
then nobody.
He hit like his high note and then dropped.
Yeah, and then Thursday, Rudy Gobert from the NBA got everybody coronavirus in America, and that was it.
Yeah, everyone's sick.
Everyone.
America's sick. He was touching
2 days.
microphones, and that was it. It spread
2
across.
days later, he put an
He's
apology
got to
on
get
Twitter.
Yo,
2 days later.
Real quick. Speaking of the NBA, we have one LeBron fan in this chat.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm a fan. No, not one LeBron
No.
fan. I'm a fan of LeBron. Don't get me wrong.
He's a great
I'm not,
athlete.
I'm not.
I'll give him that. He's a great
Besides,
athlete.
He's a great
an amazing
He's a
basketball
big
player.
boy. That's it.
listen,
He's a great athlete.
I'm not. I'll
big
give it
boy.
to him. He's good, but I dislike him because everyone is just like up his fucking ass. But you
Nah,
guys are
that's a stupid
watching that.
reason not to like him.
You guys are. You're fucking stupid. How about that one? You guys are watching that Last Dance show. I haven't watched it yet, but there you
The
go.
worm, baby.
Oh, nice,
The worm.
Dylan. Nice.
The worm, kid.
Obviously, it's gonna be 4 against 1 on who's the best ever. So, which
No, but look. The one thing that was really cool was that the coronavirus and all the people, because everyone's home, forced ESPN's hand to put this out early, which was honestly awesome. That's one of the cool things about the public forcing media and stuff to do things that they don't really want to do. This thing wasn't supposed to come out till like the end of
So
June.
August.
After the
August or
NBA
something.
finals, yeah.
Yeah. And then they were
And
like,
it's 10
well, I guess
parts, too.
we'll air it now, I guess, since everybody's home.
Why
Everybody's going to
not?
watch it.
Yeah.
So that was cool, number one. Number two, I think, for the younger generation, this should show
An eye opener.
at least a little bit of a comparison. If you're going to straight ignorantly say that LeBron is the greatest player you've ever seen, but they have not actually seen Jordan play or see the fire and his desire to stab his opponents in the chest.
So-
Yeah.
But this
At least to make it debatable. That
yes,
some people blindly argue without backing up anything because
100.
they're too young to
I will
actually
say-
see him play.
I will say that LeBron is the best player right now in our generation of us. Yes.
No, the
100%,
newer
right?
generation, yes.
No, right. That's what I'm saying. Right now, the newer generation. Yeah.
I
Well,
think,
yeah, they love him. They love him.
I think LeBron's the greatest player of all time.
All
Ooh.
time?
That's
That's crazy.
that's just like
That's crazy.
that's too much.
Blasphemy.
It's too much.
That's too high.
I don't see him beating Michael Jordan in a one-on-one.
You got to understand something.
I don't.
You got to
I
understand
don't.
something right now. Wait, forget about 1-0. It's totally different basketball right now. You got a
Yeah,
bunch of
like, bro.
you got a bunch of
You
shooters right
imagine
now.
LeBron wouldn't be able to hang his body size. He could hang with that Pistons, with the bad boys, but he wouldn't because he's soft. I'm
But you got
sorry
to
to say.
understand something.
He would have got bodied. I don't think all those flops would have worked against those guys.
Yo, but you
Yeah,
got to
they were
understand.
They were laughing
Wait, hold
at
on.
him
You got to
outright.
understand something about LeBron's body type. He's bigger than everyone now because you got guys like Steph Curry and fucking guys who are just a bunch of shooters.
Right,
Back
he's
then,
the house though.
yo, but back then you had houses, bro. You had
There was
houses standing in the middle like, come fucking see me. I'm going to clothesline you.
I think Charles
It's just-
Oakley would have
that's how
gave
it
him the
was.
business. I think they might
100%, him and
actually.
Ewing.
They
So
might have
he
fought.
might have-
Oakley might have threw jabs.
Don't get
at
me
him.
wrong. He would have definitely put in the work, but it would have been a lot tougher back then than it is now.
My
I don't
view
think
is
he would
I
walk away
see
with a
it.
ring. He would have no
I see-
rings if he played back in the day.
I mean, he don't have rings now, so there you go.
Let me make my point real quick regarding LeBron.
Yeah, all right.
Go ahead.
Support him.
I'm gonna go for give me 30 to 45 seconds, all right?
Yeah, guys. I'm
The
listening.
first thing we're going to start off with is, as an all-around player, LeBron is far superior in 2 of the 3 aspects. He's going to pass Jordan as far as most points scored in his career. He has about 4,000 more assists than Michael Jordan. Having played the first 7 years of his career with a Cleveland team, that second best player was Mo Williams. I think he has about 3,000 more rebounds. He defends better. Jordan was a great defender. He is nowhere near it. He's not the greatest. He's nowhere near the defender LeBron is. LeBron guards 1 through 5. Jordan was not
I'll give you that.
Hakeem Olajuwon. He wasn't doing it.
He wasn't.
Yeah, but you
Okay, I'll
had
give you that.
good players.
I'll give you that.
You brought in Dennis Rodman and do that. Another
Yes.
thing, it's an important point that people forget about. Jordan left the Bulls in '93. They won 57 games that year. The year he leaves, the Bulls win 55 games. They're number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. LeBron leaves the Cavs in 2010. That team is contending for nothing more than a number 1 overall pick until he returns. Even with Kyrie Irving, who is the second best player at the time when he comes back. It just shows you LeBron James right now at 35 years old or however old he is, 34, can be put on the worst team in the NBA. And I'm a little checked out of the NBA. I'm more of a college guy now. But if you put him on the worst team in the NBA, they are close to being a contender.
Yes, but
I think
look,
I see what you're saying. I feel like the league as a whole is a lot more watered down and not as deep as it once was.
No,
You can make the playoffs as
It's
an
a
8
safer
seed
league. It's
with
a
a
safer league.
sub 500 record now.
All right, but is a team with a sub 500 record doing anything? No. Listen, I think that as far as competition goes, I don't think it's that far off. You had your dominant players, you had your dominant teams. You have that now. You have
I
4
don't
teams.
know about that, man.
I think right now, actually, in the NBA is the most competition it's ever had. For the last 5 years, you knew it was going to be the Warriors versus whatever team LeBron plays for. Now you have dynamic duos. You don't have any more big threes. It could be the Clippers. It could be the Lakers. It could be the Rockets. It could be OKC. You don't know who it's going to be. It could
No,
be
I think
Which I
that
like.
was I do like
Which I
that too.
like.
But this was the first year of that in like the last, I don't know what, 10. because and that
About.
was solely because Durant left. And
Yes.
he changed the entire league.
Durant
Depending
left.
where Kawhi signed, that was like the big thing. Like, oh, you know, what powerhouse is he gonna create now, or whatever.
But think about that.
Made
The
his
Warriors
decision.
legitimately had to go get the second best player in the NBA
Well,
on the greatest team of all time.
Not really.
they didn't have
Not
to go
really.
get him.
Not really, because
He
they won
wanted
without
to
him.
play for
But they
them.
won without him. So
Yeah.
it's not like they needed him to win. It was easier for them 100%. But they did win without him. But you got to remember one thing.
He rang the
And he-
doorbell, and they opened the door for him.
Yeah, exactly.
We're getting off topic.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Back to Jordan.
I made my argument of why I think LeBron. I think a lot of it has to do with media percent. Like LeBron has always been the villain up until recently.
but you know what? It's the media's fault for
Yeah.
doing that because of people like us and older that watch Jordan play, watching some kid that was fucking 17 years old getting proclaimed the king of the NBA when he did not even play a game yet.
You know what?
Aggravated people like us that watched watch Jordan play. So
100%.
it bothered
This
me.
is what I'm going to say.
Don't put him on a pedestal when he hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't accomplished anything yet. So don't fucking tell me that I am about to see the greatest thing ever. Because now I already have in my mind that he's not the greatest thing ever. I'm going to nitpick what he's doing because I don't want somebody to tell me. I wanted him to show me through his play that he's the best ever. But the media wanted to put him and like force feed him down your
Sean,
throat, and I didn't like it. But I don't really hate him for it. I hate the media's portrayal of him.
But this is what I was trying to say before. I respect his game. He is fucking great. Don't get me wrong, right? He's a beast. But when they interview him, they ask him fucking questions that have nothing to do with basketball, and it really fucking bothers me. Like, he's a basketball player. Leave him as a basketball player. That's it. That's it. Stop asking him about.
It's a different time right now, Pasquale.
Yeah,
it's all about sound bites and putting it on Twitter and going viral on Instagram.
But
and
it's stupid.
It's because he does that himself though on his social media page.
Yeah, he does. That's why
20 years ago, and these guys didn't have that.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So nobody asked Jordan's views on anything. He didn't have an Instagram that he would air out his views.
And then they ask him questions about other players, like in different sports. Oh, what do you think about what the fuck? He's a basketball player. Leave him at that. That's it.
Well, you got to look at it as the times change, the media also expands. Those rooms that had 20 people in the locker room talking to Jordan is now like 75 people talking to LeBron after a game. Because everybody has their own ghetto blog that they get access to, locker room access.
But when they spoke to Jordan, it was basketball. That's what
but it was different because those
It's
guys
totally
were
different.
recording it with a tape recorder, and they went home and they wrote an article on a fucking typewriter and sent it to their like it was all print. It was all
Social media is totally different now.
Yeah, now this is totally different. People are uploading live audio in the locker room, like trying to get the story first.
You can't hide
But that's what the problem is right now.
The player was.
They're trying to fucking change everything, and it's bullshit.
But it's a natural course of the way it is. Because
when LeBron
doesn't do it how good either of the two players are.
No, well,
when LeBron did the whole Miami thing, the whole fucking ESPN thing, people turned him as a villain. Like, everyone hated what he did.
Well, let's be honest. Let's call it
call
a spade, bro. That was a jerk off thing to do.
100%.
That was a fucking.
But what was that?
That was a clown
thing. The fucking sit down. He had a sit down with the fucking press saying, "Oh, I'm gonna take my talents to Miami."
You did not need a half-hour show to say that.
People hate him for that.
You don't.
You're right. That is why I hate him. That
the
is the
decision. That's what it was.
That was corny. That was some corny shit. Especially as a Knicks fan, that I even had a shred of a doubt that I thought he would maybe come here.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't like LeBron. Is the reason why he did that little fucking show he did by Miami.
But you know what? That's because outlets like ESPN say yes.
Yeah.
You know, they could easily have said no. That is the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
That's all it is.
But they also agreed to put him on a pedestal to do that.
They knew the whole world was going to tune in for that.
Yeah.
100%. I was at softball when I watched that happen. I was at softball, the Dust Bowl. Everyone was watching the dugout. Where he was going.
And
he's going to Miami.
That's it. All the Knicks fans are crying. All the Knicks fans are crying.
We're still crying, man.
This is off topic, but damn, I miss softball so much.
Same. I miss sports in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, I miss a lot of things that I don't get to do anymore.
What, hang out with your friends and go in public without masks?
Yeah, man.
all the above. Yeah, I haven't taken my bike out. Like I don't want to be out there at all. I'm go to
Same.
work.
I have to go to work and I don't want to be out there.
And like
It's
I don't want to
fucking
be at
miserable.
work. And then like anything extracurricular, even if it's I'm by myself, I'd rather not do it. I'm just going home.
Same.
I
I
don't
don't go to
wanna-
lunch. I don't go to lunch anymore. I just work through the whole day and I go home.
Me too.
Dude,
I do the same thing.
All right, so am I the only one that's like eating like shit, or like
Same.
are you?
I mean,
Are
like
you guys
shit.
eating better that this is
I
going
actually-
on?
Sean, guess what? Sean, you know what I
Yeah,
had
like
today
shit.
for dinner? You know what pizza I had? I had Hawaiian today for dinner.
There you go.
Nice Hawaiian pie.
I made fun of you.
Get the
I
fuck
made
outta
fun.
here.
I literally made fun of you on
Like,
this
yo, they took
podcast
your
about
bullshit
putting.
pine out- They took your luau wings off the kettle menu, by the way. So-
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they
Yes,
did.
they
I'm tight
did.
about
Oh,
that.
yes, they
Oh
did.
my god, my heart.
Oh, look, you got
I'm-
another
I'm-
one.
my
He
heart,
fucks
my-
with them.
I'm boycotting.
Those are the best
boycotting
wings.
Kettle
Those
Black.
were
Those
actually
are the best.
those were pretty good. I'm not gonna.
Luau?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
they
you.
weren't bad.
Thank you.
There he goes, right.
Thank you,
Yo,
Ray.
real quick, let's get it back on a topic.
Which one?
Tiger fucking King.
No,
Alright?
why?
You jumping topics
Fucking
already? We didn't finish the
hillbillies.
Jordan debate.
Yeah.
We didn't even get going on Jordan yet.
We got it. It's done.
We're
No,
done.
we
That's
didn't.
it.
Spoke shit. Tiger King.
A
Listen,
2-minute conversation about who's better, Jordan or LeBron. That's it.
that's it. It only takes 2 minutes to prove to Ray that Jordan's better. End of story.
I made some convincing arguments. Sean's eyebrows raised like 4 times.
did.
They did. They did. I mean, look,
Look.
he made a compelling argument, but my argument is always going to be you watch the man want to rip your heart out on that basketball floor. That's all you need to see. He wanted to win as bad as possible.
Yeah, it's a documentary about Michael Jordan. I would be very upset if there weren't some points that showed why Jordan was. We know like the killer instinct of Jordan and rest in peace Kobe. Like we know that killer instinct, but I'm talking about numbers on a sheet. And when you hit numbers
All
on
right, so
My
Let me give
argument
you
is that look, that guy, this guy LeBron is
you're
going to
talking
be.
about his scoring.
He's the greatest
He's got
stat
2,000
sheet
points.
filler of all time. He's the greatest
You're 3 and
stat
6
sheet
though.
filler of all time.
3
Right.
and 6.
But my argument is the wins are not there, and he cried about requesting help with the best players in the world to play with him. And you look at it from the other way around. Yeah, those Bulls won a lot of games.
Did we lose someone?
Yeah, maybe
Richie.
Richie. I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah, Rich.
But,
his Nokia died. I think he has to go find a charger.
yo, like on paper,
The
those
brick.
Bulls won a lot of games, but the talent was not really that deep, bro.
It was very. I mean,
They had a lot of white guys, bro. Come on, man.
But that was,
That's the
that was
same
the
thing
time
with
when
Bill Russell. Bill Russell doesn't count then because he played with a bunch of white dudes and he was the tallest dude in the league.
Yeah, but he
And he won 11.
dominated. He dominated those
But he
guys.
won 11.
Yo, but who you talking about? White guys on the Bulls?
Yes.
No, Bill Russell.
Yo, Steve Kerr was fucking filthy.
Tony Kukoc, Luke
It's
Longley.
Tony, Luke Longley, his jersey's not
Kukoc.
hanging from the rafters anywhere.
I mean, Scottie Pippin's is. He played with another top 20
Yeah.
player.
One guy.
I mean, let's not forget, Jordan was 0-8 in the playoffs before Scottie Pippen got there.
Yeah. Took him a long
mean-
time to win a championship.
Look at some of those
NBA.
rosters. Look at some of those rosters LeBron played. You would leave First off, you're in Cleveland, and you're leaving to go to Miami. You're going from Cleveland, Ohio, to Miami, Florida. You're
With
going
Dwayne
to play
Wade.
with Mo Williams or Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
Yeah, I mean, we all see how Delonte West turned out.
Oh, my man, Delonte, man.
It sucks. He's on the highway somewhere asking someone for money.
Yeah.
Still looking for LeBron's
Crazy.
mom somewhere.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. At least he begged LeBron's mom.
You would have
That's
left.
what I was gonna
You would have left too. You would have left too.
100%. If I
LeBron's
wasn't
mom?
happy, yeah.
I mean, I don't
Listen,
know. I
We're all,
look
we're
at
all
it in
full of
certain-
shit. Here's the thing.
certain
We're all
phases-
sports people. We're all sports people, right? We're all full of shit when we say, "Oh, I'll never make that decision to leave my team." We would all do it. We'll leave it.
Yeah,
I
Well,
never
probably.
would.
Because
I
the
would never
bottom
want to play
line-
for the at home. I wouldn't play for my home team. I
No,
would
but
never.
Here's the thing. Bottom line is, no matter how good you are, in the end, they're gonna look at championships. You could be the best in the
Rings
fucking
count.
world.
Rings
If
count.
you have 0 rings, you did nothing. You did nothing.
Charles Barkley got nothing. No rings.
Charles,
Barkley
look,
got
switch it to
nothing.
football. Dan Marino. Oh, Dan Marino. What's the first thing they say? No
no
Super Bowls.
rings. No
No
rings.
rings.
My boy Tony Romo, man, no rings.
Tony Romo.
We're in the.
I say Dan Marino. He says Tony Romo.
I mean,
It's
that-
great.
we're-
It's great.
As
Great
a, as, a,
transition.
as a Cowboy fan my whole life, we're in a world of shit for a long time. I mean, we're on the up and up right now, but we'll see what happens.
Might be the
When
best.
they step on the field.
Might be the best receiving core in football besides
Yeah, we'll see if
besides
Dak-
Tampa Bay. But
We got to see
Did
if
you guys
Dak
pay
actually.
respects to Dak's brother passing away? You guys pay respect?
yeah, that was bad. 31 years old.
Yeah,
Sucks.
it's fucked up.
Sucks.
Crazy.
But I'm still not gonna give Dak the time of day. He better sign the fucking contract. Stop being a clown.
He wants that money though. He wants that.
He don't
big
deserve the
paycheck.
money. He don't deserve the
doesn't.
money.
He does
doesn't
not.
deserve the money.
He
You
wants
want
that big
top 5
paycheck.
money, then be a top 5 quarterback.
But for what?
Which
What do
you're
you
not.
What do you
He
want to
wants-
get paid for?
What does he want? 40 mil?
He wants an obscene amount of money when he doesn't deserve it.
But what are you getting paid for? Prove a point or what you're gonna get paid for. What the fuck have you done?
You're getting paid because of what the market wants to pay you. If Kirk Cousins can make
Yeah, right.
34 million a year, and Matt Stafford can make 34, and Joe Flacco that time got paid, he's
Joe
gonna
Yeah,
get
but
paid.
Flacco.
Cousins wins playoff games.
That's also
Like,
I
true.
think he won his first.
Dak,
Cousins has. He did a he played in
He's a-
areas where he carried a lot of the load, and Dak.
Washington
We all know that
Redskins-
Dak wouldn't do anything if Elliott wasn't there.
100%.
So you kind of got to take it as 50-50 and look at that locker room and say, would I win any games if one of these guys was not here?
Here's the thing, though. If you don't sign Dak Prescott, the alternative is a backup quarterback for X amount of years.
They're gonna sign him.
No, they're going to sign him. They have to
They're
sign
gonna
him.
sign him. They're gonna
Yeah.
sign him. There's no way they're gonna let him go.
Because
What are
the
you gonna do?
unknown is the Cowboys
Yeah.
being a basement-dwelling team, which Jerry Jones is not going to accept.
Not
It
now.
could be. Look at the Cleveland Browns. It could be 30 years before they find their next quarterback, or they have a quarterback that he may not win every game for you, but he's going to carry you some games. He's going to keep you in games, and if the talent around him is as good as it is, and with the Cowboys, this is probably the best-built Cowboys team I've seen since that 2013 Cowboy team with Romo, where they went 12-4.
Yeah, I heard we drafted a safety. I heard he's pretty good.
Or
Hopefully.
you can be a Colts fan and pick up and have Andrew Luck retire the year you buy a jersey from him.
Like
So
13
deal with-
Oh, this
13
poor
years
guy.
before the season starts, he decides to retire, and it's like, oh, I had Super Bowl expectations, and now Jacoby Brissett is my starting quarterback.
The team was championship bound before the season was starting. He's like, I'm retired. My body is just not the same. I'm like, you know what? I understand. We all play football. We understand, like, it's worse for them. I can't imagine the pain. He wakes up every morning fucking
He's probably shot. It's got to be
shot.
crazy.
Like, you wake up, you get better, you get hurt again. You're like, I have to go back to this bullshit.
Yeah.
Bro, he got out at the right time. Like, he got out. He's getting paid still. Like, who's better than him?
I guess.
That story
Bro,
Peyton Manning was talking about. So Peyton Manning did that thing that Joe Rogan was talking about a while ago, the blood spinning. Peyton Manning said
I think Kobe did that shit too.
Yeah, when he used to wake up, and you could at that time. I don't know if it's legal here yet, or FDA approved. I should say here yet.
I think Kobe did that shit in Germany or something.
A-Rod did it.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning did it, and basically what they do is like they extract some of your blood, they add nutrients to it, they spin it, and they inject it back into your body. Peyton Manning was saying for like a 6-month span, he would have to wait like 30 minutes after he woke up to be able to move his neck.
that sucks.
That's
I
crazy.
remember,
right?
I remember when he lost.
And now look at him. He's
I
doing
couldn't believe
commercials
it.
again. Now he's like,
Here's
Yeah,
the
he
thing.
won
Like,
a Super. He took off a year. He lost the Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl, retired,
Yeah.
and
Did
now
he
he's just
Stu,
he's just hanging out, living life.
so let's be real. Did he even show up to that Super Bowl
Who?
that he lost? That he
Peyton
lost.
Manning?
Oh, that was bad. That was at MetLife too.
Yo,
that was the
look,
first quarter.
man.
See you later.
He
The
had
first
best
quarter game was
weather.
over.
He had the best weather in any Super Bowl. The next day, it fucking blizzard.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what? He got
Super
slapped
Bowl.
by what? The Seahawks, right?
Seahawks embarrassed him.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yo,
score a
look.
touchdown. It was like 41-3.
At the time, we
Yeah,
thought that they were good. We thought that they
It-
were a
it
really
was
good
insane.
defense, right? At the time, we knew that they were really good defense. But now, when you look back, you know that was like a fucking Hall of Fame defense. He got punched in the
100%.
mouth.
100%.
There's not. I mean, what are you gonna
100%.
do, bro? He got hit by a freight train of fucking defensive players. We
Yeah, but
probably
listen,
won't see a
it cut-
team like that as dominant like that for a
We
while.
don't know. We don't know how it feels like to wake up and have to do a job that's going to kill your body. So at that point,
100%. It's a wear and tear, man.
if you got to wake up and inject something in your body, bro, what are you doing? It's time to fucking sit down. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
totally
time.
understand where Andrew Luck was coming from. I totally
100%.
understand
Of course, you can't even blame for it. You're going to get mad at him that he wants to be healthy. for the
No,
rest
it's
of his
his health,
life,
bro. His health is
and-
first.
You
It
know
just
what I'm
sucks
saying?
that right at the cusp of a season.
Yeah, but it sucks. But
I know.
he could have went
Just,
into that season and got hurt and ended his fucking either
That's it.
life
I know.
or
Oh, what's his
you know?
face? That guy that hysterical. The guy that was on the Bills, they retired at halftime.
At halftime.
Oh yeah, that's right. He walked
He-
in the field. So, yeah,
he
that's
walked
right.
in,
Yo,
he's like,
did you
bro,
watch them?
I'm done.
They had
I'm
they
done.
had a back and forth on their Twitter. I think it was Tre'Davious White and LaShawn McCoy talking about, because they were there. They were both on the Bills team when he did that, and they said like he has this really high pitched voice. That guy that retired, and they
Mhm.
looked at him, and he said he looked around the locker room. He took his pads off, and he was like, "Yo, I'm done, man." And they said like the
That's
coach was like, "What are you
crazy.
talking about, man? In
That was
15 minutes,
Vontae
going back
Davis.
out there." Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
And he was like, "Nah, man, I'm done." They're like, "What? Like today?" He's like, "Nah, like that's it.
Forever.
It was
I'm
like
done."
it was like his
He's
mom.
like, "I'm putting in my papers and I'm not playing anymore."
That's
It-
And
crazy.
everybody in the
Yo.
locker room was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Nah, man.
It was like us
I'm
in the
going
schoolyard.
home. I'm
It was
gonna
like
go home right now and I'm done."
Like
And
we
everybody
played
was
in
like, "This
schoolyard.
guy for real?"
Yeah,
And he
his
was
mom
dead
called
ass.
him. His mom called him for dinner, and he was like,
He
"Bro, I
was
gotta
out.
go home."
Kid
He
called
literally
Marshall.
fucking
Marshawn
walked
Lynch is
out
my
of the
favorite
stadium
because you just
at halftime.
he'll just
I
like
went home.
not play half a season, come back and it's like, yeah, I'm
Bro,
not in the
he's
playoffs.
Yo,
sick.
He is the greatest fucking
He's
personality
great.
in the
He
history
is
of
awesome.
fucking
He
sports.
just doesn't give a fuck about anything.
You know, the week before they signed him, I read that he was tailgating with the Oakland Raiders at their last home game in Oakland, and he was in the parking lot, hanging out at a tequila stand, serving shots to peep fans.
I believe
like,
it. I believe
and
it.
just
I believe
handing
it.
out tequila shots, saying like, "Let's get fucked up" at the last Oakland Raider home game. And then the next week they were like, "Yo, you want to be
Yeah,
a
you
Seahawk?"
want
And he was
to
like, "Yeah, all right. I got my fucking jersey somewhere. I'll be all
I
right.
think the
Let's
first
go."
game he came back, he scored a touchdown instantly.
Yeah,
Yeah. I have a question. I have a topic, possibly, Sean.
sure.
All right. So let's see. Executive order gets pulled tomorrow. Everybody can go back to normal. There's a cure for coronavirus. What's the first meal you're going to get? Sit down at a restaurant.
At a restaurant,
tough.
I was gonna say whatever my mom cooks, and I still ain't fucking going out there.
Nah, I mean, I've been eating
This is the whole
home
point of
cooked
the
food
topic.
for a while. I've been eating home cooked food for a while.
So you can go
Nah,
anywhere. You can go
anywhere?
once. Yeah,
Spot?
anywhere.
I don't know that. Wow. Right, you
Maybe
just fucked up
Kettle.
my whole
I'll go to
shit.
Kettle Black.
I was just gonna
Get
say
some
maybe
wings.
I'll go for wings.
Kettle Black, yeah, 100%.
Yo, I don't really know if I'm gonna put myself in that kind of atmosphere right away, honestly.
Nah,
Not
but
yet.
I
I'll
said the
wait.
same thing, but that's not the point of the question. He made it clear. You got to pick one. I think I'd go for wings.
I would say Kettle Black
Nah,
and
fuck
Santa Own.
wings.
Me too.
Wings.
I
I
definitely
want
go for
something.
wings.
I want something like, you know what? I'm gonna take a whole paycheck and we're gonna go sit somewhere fucking.
But you never did that
fantastic.
before, so you can't say that. You're not
Why?
gonna
Why?
take a whole
Why?
paycheck and go.
Why do you mean like I don't do that?
No,
Like, I never
I'm not
did
saying
that.
you don't. No, I'm not saying you don't, but you're not gonna just be like, oh, I'm gonna go to fucking.
Nah, but I'm thinking
Pierre's
that you.
go
Like,
fucking play.
Nice
Yeah,
steakhouse.
why the fuck
You know what
not?
I'm
If you
saying?
give me the green light, I think it's got to be like, all right, you know what? I'm going to call
Platformer?
somebody, and we're going to go to fucking either Peter Luger or,
Platform on the city, or you can eat meat.
depending on what time of the year, like if tomorrow was a really nice
Yep.
day, maybe like Brooklyn Crab or like a barbecue place, something where I'm going to spend a lot of money and get really full.
Homestead?
Maybe have a couple of drinks. Maybe,
I'm probably going to AC Homestead right there. I need to go to AC
Yo,
Blackjack.
honestly,
Yeah.
I was thinking about saying I'll just fucking just go straight to AC. That's what I'll go.
I gotta say,
Homestead.
it might be rolling roaster for me. I actually ordered it Saturday and brought it home and ate it with a bunch of my cousins, and it sucked. Like bringing,
Yo, I went
it's not the
to
same,
totally
man,
different.
to take it
I
home.
went there-
different.
yeah,
during work. I went in there, and there's so many rules in there. It's crazy.
yeah.
I mean,
They
there
make
should
it-
be, but
There's like 42
I got
sanitizer
LMB's like
fucking
2 weeks ago. It still tastes amazing.
yo, I haven't been ordering food this whole time that we've been home.
Me
I
neither.
do it
I
once a
maybe
week.
like-
I do
I
once
actually
a week.
ordered
Maybe
food
like
today.
less than 4 times we've
I've
ordered
done it like
something.
3 times. I've been.
I'm eating fucking
Yeah.
Today was the
pizza
first time I did.
bagels and bullshit.
Today was the first time I did. And I ordered El Gallo on my corner.
It's just like,
Nice.
how much do I trust the strangers making my food? I don't know, man. It's like
They
a,
drop it in front of my house.
it's like a,
DoorDash.
how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go with this shit? You know what I mean? The guy that's
Sean.
delivering me the food. Like, we ordered a pizza once, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and we made the guy leave the pizza like on my stoop and fucking leave before I opened the door to go get
that's
it.
What,
and
that's
shit.
what they do in Jersey.
I left the
DoorDash,
money
they
like
drop it off.
on the door, like
Yeah, but Sean,
like hanging out.
the person making your food with their gloves is the same person that's putting your food away on the shelf when you go shopping.
I think people actually
Exactly,
do care
but-
about
but
people's
I have-
safety.
I have gloves on when I go shopping. Like I'm taking my own precautions. Like,
Do you?
the-
You wear gloves?
Yeah, you're
I
do
not
don't.
I know
supposed
that
to.
the guy that's
You're
fucking
not supposed to.
on his bicycle fucking bringing me my food, or the guy that cooked it, or the guy that bagged it and fucking put the receipt and the menu on my bag? Like, do I trust any of those people? I don't know.
Yeah, but you
So I
wearing
just-
gloves.
I've been
You-
dodging that altogether.
Yeah, but you wearing gloves doesn't make any sense either.
What do you mean?
So you have gloves on, right?
To go food shopping and shit?
Yeah, so you have gloves on. You touch the bread.
Yeah, well,
Right?
I'm not going to touch the bag
The
of bread
bread's
with
in
no gloves
plastic.
on.
But I'm saying you get sliced bread, you take it, right? You put it in your hand. You put it in your bag. You touch something else. You put it in your bag. You're literally touching everything with those gloves.
Yes.
So if there's something on that, you really just touched everything, and then you bring it home and then retouch them with your bare hands.
Everything that we take home, my mom is like wiping it all down
Yeah, my mom does the same thing.
before
My
we take it
mom's
out of it. Like,
My mom's like, leave them on the floor, and then she whips
Yeah.
out the fucking.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, you got to see me. I got an Amazon package at my door. I got the mad glove, like it's plutonium.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you have to. It's
like you're in the lab.
Yeah.
The whole fucking suit on. He's like,
I still think it's crazy that one of the last episodes we did, I'm fucking laughing this down
We're
so
literally-
bad because I'm like,
Right.
bro, how many of these fucking diseases come and go, and they stay in China and fucking Africa, and they don't come here?
we didn't have one
Da, da, da,
case
da,
in the
da.
United States.
I just
The
go
last
on
time
and
we had
on and
this.
on about how much bullshit this is, and then look at us. Everybody's fucking
Yo,
home, like
Off
unprecedented
topic here.
shit, like movie type shit, doomsday shit. It's like,
We're
how did we
definitely,
get here?
definitely going to find out this was a terrorist attack, without a doubt.
But then
Biologically,
what happens then, though?
What the
Then
fuck you gonna do?
Then America goes to war
Me
with China.
personally, I'm not doing anything.
Listen, I just hope that if this teaches, well, personally, I'll
Yeah, I'm
probably just
not
do a
doing
podcast with you guys and be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, here's my reaction. Here's my reaction to finally got this is a terror attack. Oh shit. Done.
I mean, look,
What am I gonna do?
the way this shit is playing out, you couldn't write a script like in a movie any better than this.
This
kind
is
of
straight
shit.
out of a
So
movie.
I would
We're
not
living
be
in a fucking
surprised
movie
if
right
that
now.
was the apex of what's happening, that you find out that a country fucking sprinkled this across the world in like a world domination fucking end game scenario.
Yo, it's crazy. You know, like if you guys are on like Facebook and like Instagram and Snapchat or whatever, it shows you like your memories from a year ago.
Oh my
Like
god.
I looked at like a memory. I was like, it was April. It was like 3 years ago. I was like at a Ranger game, like a Ranger playoff game. If you would have said like, hey, in 3 years, number one, Matt Zuccarello is not going to be on the team anymore. Henrik Lundqvist is going to be stuck on your couch with nowhere to go, and you can't leave your house without a mask. I would have told you were fucking nuts.
I say that would never happen.
Yeah,
looking
but
at my
last year,
time
I had
lapse
my
too, man.
anniversary
Ray,
dinner in the city,
Ray,
and now I'm
forget
stuck home.
about fucking 3 years ago. You go through your phone when you're bored, right? You go through pictures.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, January. Fuck, I was out.
I said the week before, I was around like 30,000 people the week before coronavirus exploded.
How many people celebrated fucking New Year's Eve together? Thousands.
Yeah.
It was in China. It was happening, and we were all celebrating together. It was
Except
like
Sean. Sean was sick.
Sean
Sean was dying.
I don't know what the fuck this kid was doing. No,
Sean
not in
had
December.
corona.
What, New Year's? No, what the hell did I do for New Year's? I don't
That's
even
what's
remember.
crazy is this was around. Like I remember,
Yeah.
I have two kids from Thailand. They went to college here and they stood here and we hired them in our company. And they went to Thailand and they came back like 2 days before New Year's. And we were joking around with them that they brought the coronavirus back. There was not even like a shred of evidence that it was going to explode in the United States.
Yeah.
And 4 months later, it is taken over especially the city, especially New York, it's taken over the country.
Yeah, but listen, I knew right away once it got here, it was going to be a disaster.
I mean, I didn't. I totally didn't.
We were
But-
unprepared.
No,
But
I didn't.
we
think,
were.
I didn't think it was gonna be
you-
this crazy.
Yo, there's no way you could have sat home and be like, yo, once it gets here, it's gonna leave. It's fucking everyone's up each other's fucking ass, especially when you get on a train.
Yeah, but
How
I didn't
many
really
guys-
think that much about it. I'm like, oh, it's like the flu, whatever, no big
Right.
deal.
Yeah, but like,
No big deal. I mean, we had friends that were playing it down up until very recently. That
I
everyone
play-
still thought, like, there's still a lot of people out there that think this is not a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I played softball. I played softball the week before we were all quarantined.
Me too.
Like I was in Marine Park, and I was like, yo, it's fucking getting crazy out there. I even had a fucking mask on. It was freezing out. I had that like little mask on that you could just pull up. It wasn't like a doctor mask. but that's what I was playing with. And everyone was looking at me like I was crazy. I was the only one wearing a mask. And I'm like, yo, shit is real like that. I don't know who the fuck is sick. And then like a week later, my boy texted me, was like, yo, season's canceled. I was like, oh, fucking shocker. You know, I'm standing on second, and the guy's like, oh, I'm standing right next to you. Yo, 6 feet away. Go play your fucking position. Like, back the fuck up. You don't even want to stand on the base. Yo, in China, they play baseball with the mask on. You see that shit?
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like,
That's what's gonna probably happen. Supposedly, baseball's gonna come back in the end of.
Yo,
wanna
that's
say
another thing
May
I
or
wanted to bring
June.
up. That's another thing I
what
wanted to bring up.
what are they gonna do? They're gonna play 160 something. Like,
Nah,
what is
They're
that
gonna
like
play-
to be
I
in the
can't.
room of those people that have to make these decisions?
but here's the thing.
How do
As
they
a
figure
baseball
this shit
fan-
out?
as
How
a
do they figure
baseball-
out basketball? How do they figure out
You can't.
baseball?
That's it.
They said basketball's gonna be a tournament. They wanted to do in Vegas, like an end of a tournament style playoffs and end it there. Same thing with hockey. They want to
In
do a lot of
baseball,
stuff to cut it short. Baseball might be half a season.
no.
and
Then
that's it.
at this point, don't even play.
I mean,
It's not-
there's a lot of moving parts in baseball. Like,
Yeah, but look
if
at
somebody
this.
gets hurt, there's no minor leaguer to bring up because everyone's sitting on their couch.
But
Like,
yo, but here
Pretty much.
how are
here
you
was-
gonna bring anybody up?
here was
That's the
my
shit that happens in a baseball season.
Sean. Here was my argument. Baseball is half the teams that go for the run are second half of the season baseball. So look at the Nationals last year. They were a second half team. The second half of the season, they fucking went on a rampage and won the whole thing. There's no second half. If you start off the half a season like shit, you might as well just go home and tell them you all have corona.
Yeah, the Giants, the Mets were out of it the first half of the season.
You
Second
know what
half of
I'm
the
saying?
season, the final week of the season is when they got eliminated.
But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say. If you're gonna have a half a season, don't have one at all. It's just
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's almost as if the baseball gods fucking blessed the Astros.
What about the XFL? They gave them 3 games and then they went bankrupt after the
Yeah.
season folded. How
Yeah.
crazy is that?
I mean, yo, all around. I mean, think about. I ride around the neighborhood now, and you look at how many places are closed up. That
I drove to
when
the
this is
city
all
just-
said and done, you know how many fucking storefronts are gonna
Everything's
just
gonna be done, bro.
out
this
of
morning in the
business.
city,
There's gonna be
there's
so many.
stores
Like,
all with
one-
boards and
I
shit.
could maybe rent an office to podcast after this because there's gonna be
Yeah, I
so
know.
many spaces for rent,
And-
which is crazy to
100%.
think.
And what's crazy about it is one season without baseball, like 1 year without baseball, and Louisville Slugger is shut down. They closed
Yo,
down.
that's what I don't understand.
They closed
you
down.
know? Like, do they not have any money?
You got to realize something that these companies they operate on small margins of profit on purpose so that they don't have to pay a crazy amount of taxes.
Exactly.
If there's excess, the owner of Louisville Slugger, the Mr. Louisville Slugger,
Right.
is still making $3 million a year. But if
Right.
they bring in $10 billion in profit, I'm just throwing out numbers here.
Right.
He's finding a way to get rid of those $10 billion in profit. He's the most charitable motherfucker out there because he's made $10 billion in profit. So when you're operating at those margins and you're still getting yours and you're able to pay workers, it just works for you. You get what I'm saying? So
I do.
if you're only showing that you made $4 million profit, but your revenue was $30 million, it's going to be tough for you because there's no money in the bank. You don't want that money in the bank there because you pay taxes on that money.
Right.
That's why so many of these big corporations are folding. That's why they're all asking for bailouts. That's why when people say, "Oh, look at this fucking," they made $50 billion last year. Yeah, but what was their profit margin? You don't know that. You don't know how they operate.
Shady.
I think a lot.
Aftermath.
It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot of time for shit to get back to normal.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't think there is going to be there's going to be a new normal.
I was just gonna say there's gonna be a new normal.
So here's the thing. Like,
There's gonna be a lot of after the, like, before and after this.
you spoke about like going to Peter Luger's. Peter Luger's used, all right, if their capacity was 200 people, their capacity now might be 120 people. So that $65
If that.
might be $85 now.
Yo, all right. So this was a conversation I was actually having with my dad because we have I have 2 stepsisters. They live in Vegas. So we were talking about when this is all said and done, they try to go back to normal. Vegas might have to turn into what it originally was in the 1920s, 30s, or whatever, where it was a cheap getaway vacation spot where people are not going there spending thousands on pool parties and bottle service and expensive restaurants, whatever. People were going there back in the day for a cheap room, place to gamble, spend their money, and go home. and party a little bit.
It's gonna be
Like,
it's gonna
you
be
know,
Atlantic City.
our generation, Vegas turned into a different thing. And
Yeah.
Vegas turned into you got to go there with $15,000 in your pocket. Like you're gonna spend crazy
You know,
money
you know
out
what I'm
there.
scared of?
And
You
I
wanna know
don't
what I'm
think
scared of the
they
most?
can't come back like that. It's not. It's impossible. No one is gonna say, "Oh, I'm
But
gonna go to Vegas and spend
No.
$500 on a room and spend thousands at
No
pool
way.
parties and
You
stuff."
can't.
Like
Because
you're
first
not
thing,
even
no
gonna
one-
get 100
no-
people to go to the pool party in the first place. So you're gonna have to drop all your prices for everything just to entice people.
You got to realize too, all those luxury places, like they're, you know, I think most of us are fortunate to still have our jobs and be considered essential or whatnot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there who lost their jobs.
Yeah,
Who are
100%.
on unemployment.
100%.
Those people who were, you know, living in the city, paying crazy amount of rent and going to bit, they might not have that money for that Vegas trip no more. They might not have that money for that STK or that old homestead. It might be a little different.
But that's what I was going to say. You know, forget about even going. No one's going to have the money to actually go. Everyone's going to have to start all over. Most people are going to have to start all over. But this is what I'm scared about the most. You know how, especially the new generation coming up, like the kids who are 21 now and 22 and fucking 23, the minute shit start opening, they're just going to fucking start bum rushing places. And it might just fucking go right back to where we are right now.
Like barbershops.
You know what I'm trying to say?
You get a haircut on the first day.
But not forget
I
about.
think there's going to be a lot of kids that are just jumping on careers that they don't necessarily want.
But
Because
yo,
years later, they're going to look back and go, well, it was there after the corona and I needed a job. And
yeah,
here we are.
but
Yes.
what about when this first happened? We were quarantined, right? And people were still like, "Fuck it, I'm still going to spring break. I don't give a fuck." You think?
Because they got corona.
Yeah, but they got it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
This is my point here. When it opens up again, you don't think those same people are going to be like, "Oh, fuck it, it's over. I'm going back out there," and it's going to start all over again.
It may or
That's
may
what
not.
people-
It all depends on when, you know, we're going to be the last ones to open up. So I think when we get the okay to open up, it's going to be a little different than, say, the places that are trying to even half open up right now. You know, it's going to be different. It's going to be a different thing.
I think Georgia's already opened up some of this shit.
Stu, you're in Jersey, right?
Yes.
Jersey's bad, too.
How is it in Jersey?
I'm right behind you guys. I'm number 2. We follow what you guys do, basically. Every day it's
Yeah.
New York
It's
is
the
this.
fucking
Jersey's
Lincoln
gonna be
Tunnel.
right
Yeah,
behind
but
it.
like when
It
you go to stores, you wait out on the big ass lines too. Like that's how bad it is. Or like
we're mandatory wearing masks. You guys
Yeah,
just
us
did it
too.
last week. You
yeah,
guys
last
just started
week.
last week.
Which is a little crazy, right? Considering how
It's
bad
still-
everything is.
Still crazy. Still crazy.
That fucking they only started recently telling people that if you're not like geared up, that you can't come in the store.
I think the
That's
worst
like 2
kind of
weeks ago.
people, though, I think the worst kind of people, though, and it's all over social media, it's the people that are like, the government's just trying to control what we're doing. Why
Yes.
do we have to wear? You have to wear a mask, because, and it's a statistic that's proven. They said that if a person has coronavirus and they're not wearing a mask, there is a 70% chance.
70% chance.
Coronavirus. If
Uh-huh.
a person has coronavirus and wears a mask, and you don't wear a mask, there's a 45% chance you could transmit it. If you're
Mhm.
both wearing masks and the person has coronavirus, there's a 1.5%.
I was just gonna say 1.5. I seen that
That's
the other
why.
day.
That's
Wow.
why you're wearing a mask. It's not because the government is trying to. Don't be the Trump supporter who was like he's anti-government, blah blah blah, and now say the government's trying to control everything.
Yo,
So
I can't tell you how many people I unfollowed this last couple of weeks that post conspiracy type shit about
Nonsense.
this shit that's going on because it doesn't make sense, bro. Like, get a grip and realize that this is a world problem. This is not a United States problem.
Yeah, we spoke about this on our last podcast that we just did. The people who fucking say this is a Trump thing, they're fucking stupid.
They're crazy. The people who are protesting that they want to go back to work. They want the shops to open up for haircuts. They're like supporting Trump.
They want to go do their nails.
and getting
Fuck!
crazy.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, some of that shit is
Why?
outrageous.
Why?
Bro.
People are just nuts. It's embarrassing. Like, how do you live your life thinking, oh, I want a haircut. I need it now. I'm going to go protest and risk my my life just for a fucking haircut. Like, just be patient.
Like the rest of us. The rest of us
fucking
gotta be
sad.
inspired.
No, it's crazy. But
so
I mean,
sad.
did you ever think that you would live in a time that on the news they're saying, oh, well, there was a spike in 911 calls because Trump told people to fucking eat disinfectant? Like, do you really think people were that stupid? I didn't think that a majority of human beings were
I
that
watched
stupid.
a lot of people eat Tide Pods on fucking camera.
But that was
Right.
2018,
I said that.
beginning
I
of
said that.
2018.
I said that yesterday when we did this. Literally.
a lot younger though.
You-
Those
But you
are
can't
younger
even be
generation's
surprised.
idiots.
What about the fucking stupid one that you drop the condom on your head and you fucking suffocate yourself for 5 minutes?
All the challenges.
Or the one that they put in their mouth and they go, I mean, people fucking choke and died on that one.
I think
There's
a lot of
fucking
the
stupid people
there's a lot
in
of
this
things
world.
on the internet that make you realize how dumb people really are. But when
Mm-hmm.
you see that as like a top story on the 5-6 o'clock news, that like makes you really scratch your head and go, bro, what's going on, man? What is really going on?
Like, the first thing I looked for when I saw an article like on Facebook about Trump telling people, which he didn't even say. That was the best part.
I know.
He didn't.
I-
He didn't
not
say
even
it.
say. But like I was like, where is the Onion article? Why is this on Fox? Like what?
yeah, right.
What's crazy is how many. It really like. If there's, you could be a Trump supporter, you cannot be a Trump supporter. I really don't give a fuck. I am a Trump supporter. I voted for him. I'm going to vote for him again. But if this guy did one thing, it's to show you how manipulative the media is. I mean, this guy literally said, he was like, hopefully we can find something with disinfectants that we can get into our body that can help fight off the virus. I heard UV rays are a very good thing that they're
The sun, basically the sun.
But he said like they really are injecting UV into people. Like that's an actual thing. That's a regular medical procedure that's done. And somebody said or interpreted, oh, he said to inject yourself with Lysol.
Right.
And everyone bought it.
And they just take the ball and run with like
And the
crazy
media
things.
just twisted it up, and everyone just spread
And then
like
you got that
wildfire.
one jerk off who ran in the fucking bathroom, opened his closet, and went like this with Lysol.
And drinking bleach and all that nonsense.
I'm trying really hard because my mom has like this, because she's home, she's not going back to school or whatever. That they have like this routine. I'm trying really hard not to fall into the same routine where like she gets up, she turns on a computer or whatever, and she watches De Blasio in the morning, and then
I can't
Cuomo,
stand the Blasio.
and then they watch the
I can't stand
news
him.
all day long
I haven't
until
watched the news.
Trump goes back on TV and gives his speech of the day, and then the doctors and all that. But they have like this routine where it's just news, politician, news. And I do not want to fall into a hole like that where this is every day.
I just want to say one
and they
thing.
really aren't that big of updates. You know, it's day to day. The updates are very minimal. I'm good with like the news once a week. Let me know what's going on. And leave me alone. I'm gonna go back into.
I watch Cuomo only. As soon as I see that little bar chart, after I see that, I turn it off. I'm like, I don't need to hear about Trump.
Right, like I don't need to know all this shit that these guys are
even
talking.
the dude Fauci, you're talking about something about antibodies. I don't know anything about that. I'm in construction and I don't know anything about antibodies.
He's from the neighborhood too. He's from Bensonhurst.
He's another guy.
So, this is what I want to say to all the people.
On 13th Ave, yeah, he was on the phone with us.
Just real quick for all the people who want to fucking go out of the house in a rush and I gotta stay home again. I'm so fucking bored. We're all bored. Number one, all right. We're all in the same fucking boat. There's no one out there. There's not one person right now enjoying their life while you sit home, right? 100%. We're all home, safe, whatever it is. The people who want to rush out there and do things, why don't you go work in the hospital? Go do a fucking 16-hour shift in the hospital where there's people fucking dropping like flies, and you see how fucking bored you are. Why don't you go do that? You know what I'm trying to say? There's fucking thousands of people that have it 10 times worse than us, and you can't complain. I
feel bad for the nurses that are protesting against these assholes and just like saying straight up in their face, like, yeah, it's all fucking scam, it's a hoax. The government's this, the government's that. Bro, it's so sad. It's fucking sad, man.
There's some people are just such jerk offs.
We can't come together on a pandemic. We're never gonna come together on anything.
No way.
But look, bro. For the most part, I think a lot of people have pulled together. You're always gonna get the crazies, no matter what. No matter in all situations. You're always gonna get a small cluster of crazies, no matter what. There's always gonna be the people that are opposite of whatever's going on.
It's just there's some people in this. Yeah, exactly. There's some people in this world who just love to argue.
Yes.
Because they're fucking miserable in their life.
Some of these people even know in their own mind that they are wrong, but they have to
argue.
Go against the bigger agenda of what appears to be happening. And it's like they want to stand on top of a mountain and tell everyone like, oh, I'm going to open your eyelids and show you the real truth. But it's not. It's just all bullshit. But they need to have a voice to be heard of whatever.
Listen, there may be speech. There may be a truth. There may be something.
Yeah, there may be.
But let's look at the facts. There's 4 of us here, and it came out today that 1 in 3 people know somebody who had coronavirus. Anybody know anyone that had coronavirus here? I know
Yeah,
some.
of course.
I did.
I know a kid that passed away. Joe Bianco passed away.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know plenty of people.
Rest-
passed
Sad,
away.
man. It's fucking sad.
Rest in peace, Joe.
Yeah.
I lost
he
two
was
people.
he was fighting cancer and at the hospital. And he caught corona and fucking died.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I had,
miserable. Sad.
I lost
But-
I lost a distant cousin in Jersey to this shit. They're probably all right, so like it's weird how they're breaking it down. Like he was a big guy, but that's not like
no
a logical reason
Yeah.
to say, all right, so like it's okay that he died. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucked up. He shouldn't have gone as
When he
young
did.
as he was when he
Yeah.
did. And then another guy on my block that I grew up with my whole life, like he passed away too. Same
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a bigger guy, but he was the sweetest guy, coolest guy. He was like, another father type figure that I had. And
I know who he is.
his
Great
family fucking
Great
fell
dude.
apart, man. They're all
Yeah.
fucked up, and I feel really bad.
But
It sucks though because
and, like,
once you get
it's
corona
not-
and you die, you gotta get cremated
But the-
instantly.
you know,
you can't get
like-
buried.
yeah,
The-
you can't
the
even.
The thing that bothers me is people that come back and say, well, those people had underlying conditions. Whether they did or they didn't, like, okay, granted, maybe he ate more cheeseburgers than another person. That doesn't mean that it's okay that he died from this.
No
Yeah.
way. Because guess what? He's been eating cheeseburgers for his whole life.
You know
I'm
what I
trying
mean?
to say,
Like,
why all of a sudden it's different?
like, and it
You know,
bothers
everyone-
me because, like, these are people that I know. So, like, that I take it personal because it's like, don't fucking tell me like that.
This is
it-
not
it
real.
makes se- it-
It's
you're-
not real.
You're trying to make it okay that you can sleep at night by saying, oh well, he probably had underlying health issues or whatever, and like, no, that he shouldn't have gone now, and because of
No
this,
way. No way.
because it's something stupid like this that's going around that
I totally
he's
agree with
not
you.
here anymore because of something like that, or the other people that say it's a hoax. I want to shake them upside down and just rob them of all the
Honestly,
lunch
the
money.
first thing.
I think that's crazy, bro. What are you talking about?
The first day everything opens, the first thing we all should do, we should just go all pay our respects for everyone that we know that lost their life to coronavirus. But that's not gonna happen. Everyone's gonna run to the bar, to the nail salon, and fucking do whatever else they're gonna do.
It depends, bro. It
Pasquale,
depends. I really don't know what I'm gonna do when they open up shop here.
Pasquale, I will certainly be a part of that. If you
100%.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
You have to. It's just
I
everyone.
could try to get that together because I'll talk to some people about it.
Like
Yeah.
these families couldn't even bury their loved ones, and there's
Yeah.
people out there that's ready to
Instant
fucking.
cremate. Once you die from corona, you get cremated instantly.
That's the thing
It's
that's
like,
crazy, bro. One of
sucks.
my friends from work showed me a picture, like down by the water and like by the 30s by Industry City
showed
over
us
there,
that.
or whatever.
You saw us that.
There's like fucking 40 tractor trailers all lined up, like, and they're
the
already
hospitals
filled with
the
bodies.
hospital has them.
Those
too.
are
Yeah,
already
hospitals.
full, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. That's like movie X-Files shit. That there's bodies in trailers right now,
It's sad.
waiting,
listen,
waiting
Sean,
for this to end so that people
listen to
can
this.
bury their fucking loved ones.
I was
Or
at work.
They're gonna give that okay, and they're gonna cremate all of them. And like,
Sean, I was at work.
yo, like the crazy thing to think about is like you may not even get, like, it's weird to think that like those remains might not be a 100% your loved one because of how this is happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Listen
would
to
you
this.
think about that? That's crazy.
I was at work one day, right, a couple weeks ago, and I was across the street from a funeral home, and usually like the hearse pops up, or and they take that, bro. A Dodge minivan pulled up, like it was just a random person popped the trunk and pulled out 3 bodies in a body bag.
Boom.
Bro, in a Dodge minivan, a white one.
It's fucked up. There's a lot of fucked
Like
up.
literally, it was just the back seat was pushed down and the bodies were thrown back there.
Because this is so unprecedented. Because no one.
Yeah, like,
ever
what are you gonna
expected
do?
This many amount of people to die.
It's
from
just
this.
insane. It's crazy.
We weren't prepared.
But
I mean,
to-
you know,
100%.
No.
100%.
I knew, and like people, you know what bothers me a lot when you look at the political side of this, like I think Andrew Cuomo is doing a good job, but it bothers me when people like he demanded 40,000 ventilators. We only needed 5,000. Yeah, because it was so fucking difficult to project how many people were going to be. Were you going to be able to project it from your fucking couch?
Yeah, right. Nobody
know.
knows. You're
Nobody
like,
knew.
you look at a piece of paper that shows you how many people live in this fucking state, and you
Yeah,
fucking,
but
your
then,
head
right,
must
you got-
explode to be a politician and say, "Holy shit, there's 10 million people in this state, and I don't have any fucking."
when you
I don't have any products or anything."
you're head of whatever in politics, you don't expect this. You don't train yourself to be like,
Nobody
just in case
does.
there's a pandemic like this. What am I, bro? This hit everyone the same way, and for him to be where he is right now, he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like-
don't mind his speeches. I like,
But-
and you know, before all
And
this,
then-
I didn't like him, and now I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
But you
All right,
got
he's doing what he has to do, and he talks real. That's what I
Yeah,
can respect.
that's what
He's
it
being
is.
Real. Every day he's going behind that podium and he's talking real, and like he's tending to make sense. You know, people are trying to ask him like those like trip up questions.
Gotcha
And
questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
of
And
course.
he's like fucking throwing fastballs right back at him. And
It's like what I like about him. It's like he has the number. He has the number from yesterday. He has the number from today. Here's where I expect to be tomorrow. This is what we're doing. This is how many people do. He's just giving you the facts.
he's
and
straight business.
Yeah, but don't sit there from your couch on Facebook and try to make something out of it that it's not. Yeah, we only needed 6,000 ventilators. Don't say why did we only need 6,000. Say thank God we only need 6,000.
yeah.
Right.
And-
right,
but
right,
you
right,
got the
right.
other people. What about now? You needed 6,000. He ordered 2,000. Oh, fucking jerk off! Only ordered 2,000.
Yeah.
You're always gonna have the other side of it.
Yeah.
That's
No
the
one's
thing
ever
with
happy if it's
politics,
falling.
man.
The
No
tough
one's ever
part
That's
about
that's the thing
politics.
with politics. I
You
don't
know what I'm trying to
understand
say?
that. Like,
Fucking-
just because he's the opposite party of what you support, you have to tear him down.
It's
That's
damn
why-
if
that's
you do
why
it,
I'm
damn
not-
if you.
That's
it's
why
a
I'm
look-
not really a political person, because
But here's
that
the
kind of
problem.
mentality doesn't make sense to me.
When you're, I'm not a political person, but from my view, it's a lose-lose situation. You do something good, you're gonna have the fucking end of the people who say he's a jerk off. If you do something bad, you're gonna have the other people that say he's a jerk off. So it's a lose-lose. So you might as well just do what the fuck you're gonna do. Half the people are gonna like it, half the people don't, and you're just gonna fucking just keep going. That's
Oh,
it.
yeah. I saw it. Listen, I ran for office and I saw it, and I saw it very recently where there were things that I tried to get done and people would reach out for me. And listen, at the end of the day, I ran in an election 3 years ago. It's going to be coming up on 4 years now. I never got elected. I was never an elected official, but I did run. And people after that have asked me to try to get things done. And obviously, I have a different outlet than people who've never done that or have never been in that life before.
Right.
Maybe I have a little bit more experience with trying to get things done. But there was something recently that I just couldn't get done. And it wasn't a political thing of why I couldn't get it done. It was because it was me trying to talk to a person who owned a business, who was extremely hard-headed, and basically was just like, fuck it, I'd rather take the ticket than succumb to you and listen to you and tell me how to run my business. And people, and it was 2 or 3 individuals, came at me extremely hard. You're a do-nothing politician. And I'm like, no, I'm a civilian just like you are. The only difference is I try to talk to people with a political tone, and you didn't. You didn't talk to them at all. So for me, if it succeeded and that person listened to me, owned that business, and did things that you wanted them to do, I would look like an asshole to that person. I would always look like an asshole. If I didn't if I didn't get that done, you would think I'm a nobody and I'm a piece of shit. So
Yeah, exactly.
Lose-lose. That's how politics is.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He called you a what do you call you? A no-doer? Whatever the fuck you just said?
Do nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't do anything for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So just fucking do what you got to do. Whoever likes you, whoever doesn't, doesn't. If
Ray,
win,
did you run against Mark Traeger?
I did run against Mark Traeger, yeah.
I lived across the street from him my whole life on 61st Street.
Yeah,
That guy-
listen,
Did
he's a
that
good
guy
dude.
win?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
won.
he won.
Oh, shit.
He
Is that your
And
boy,
Mark-
Stu? Is that your boy?
And Mark's a good dude. Yeah, after the election, obviously, I met with him, and he was a little hesitant to meet with me. I mean, I'm Republican, he's a Democrat, but I kind of forced his hand, and he kind of met with me.
I thought he was going to shake him down.
No, Republican, Democrat didn't matter to me. Like I said, I'm really a libertarian at heart. I don't really care about those type of politics. But
what are you?
I mean, right now I'm a registered Democrat, but I'm technically a libertarian. I ran as a
I was
Republican.
thinking about becoming a vegetarian, but that's
Nice.
probably so.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't switch to T with a G though, and then you're a veterinarian and you don't know what you're doing.
I guess
Surgery on cats and shit.
I never really thought about that shit either. Like, I guess that's what they classify a lot of us that don't pick where we want to be specifically.
I just don't have like one. I don't think that. Like, it's tough for me to look at one person. Like, obviously, like I support Trump, I voted for Trump, but I don't think that he is God's gift to planet Earth. I
No
don't.
way.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't look at one party and be like, okay, I 100% agree with this party. I just can't.
But
You can't.
that's been for the last fucking 100. No one's ever gonna be One, you might be 90% into that fucking 10% is like I don't like that. No one's
I
ever
think-
gonna be.
So
But there's
somewhere
some
along
people-
the line, the things got skewed from the logical way that it was handled once years ago with like the forefathers and stuff. Something happened somewhere down the line where things got skewed, and it's like blind leading the blind into fucking stupidity.
I wrote an article.
Things now.
I wrote an article maybe 18 months ago of why I was a registered Republican, and pretty much it was centered around that. Talk to me about constitutional issues. Let's talk about guns. Let's talk about abortions. I don't want to talk about if a guy wakes up one day and feels like he's a girl, that he can go into a girl's bathroom. That's not logic. There's science to back up whether you're a boy or a girl. Okay?
Right.
We could talk about
chromosomes, all that.
How do you clap on this thing? Can I clap on this fucking thing? Reaction. Here we go. Clapping. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, there is science.
Oh wait, I'll do that too. How do you do that?
Clap. There you go. Clap. Reaction. Everyone clap.
Hey.
There you go. Thumbs up. Here we go.
I mean, that's just the whole basis of it, is that you guys, Democrats, far left liberals, got so off the path of like what we were just like here we were debating like guns, taxes, and logic, and you were just like, yeah, I woke up yesterday and I felt like I was a girl, and today I'm a boy.
I
See, now,
identify
like-
as this and that.
Fluid. Like, no, it's not fluid. Like, I look down, I'm like, okay, I'm a dude. Like, that's it.
But
And
this is what happened, like, politically, everything, there's like 50 different subcategories for each party now. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, when we were kids, there was no such thing as far left, far right, up, down, left,
alt-right.
no, fuck, yeah, right.
Yeah.
None of that existed. It was one or the other. And now it's like, there's so many subcategories that I'm just like, bro, I'm not bothering. Let me know how the election went, because I'm not voting.
And I think we're all like pretty much middle class. Like, we get fucked no matter what at the end of the day.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay. Whatever fucking guy you want to plug in, I'm still going to do the same shit. You know what I mean?
Nothing changes for me.
No, nothing's going to change.
Listen, Trump did things. Listen, I mean, obviously this pandemic is the worst thing we've ever seen, but we can't act like 4 years ago there weren't people trying to blow up themselves in Times Square, because it was true.
No.
ISIS did that, and Trump got rid of that. Trump got rid of that. I don't know.
But look, at the same time, you can't fucking say that you could plug in any president that we've had during our generation, our lives, and say that they would do a different job, a better job. None of them. Because you don't know how any of them would have acted towards this shit. You don't know how Bush
Totally
would have did it,
different.
Obama would have did it, the other
Yo.
Bush,
Totally different ballgame
the other
now.
Clinton.
I'm not-
You know what I mean? You don't know how any of them would have handled it.
I'm not.
So
like
who's to say they would have did a better or worse job than what's actually?
I'm
out there
definitely
right
not a political person, but here's my view on it. I'm still gonna do whatever whatever I was gonna do. Whoever's president, whoever's fucking mayor, I'm still gonna do. Yeah, there's some shit that affects us as a whole, but there's nothing I can fucking do about it.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
gonna scream in my house and he's not my president. What the fuck is that gonna do? Nothing. There's nothing I can do about it, so I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. You just gotta go on and live your fucking life like you were gonna do anyway. You're gonna be pissed, but get over it. Because he's got 4 years here, and then the next president's gonna take over, and he's gonna do something that you don't like, and you're gonna be back to square one.
The one
That's
thing
why
that
I'm getting like lost in the fucking everything else. Like,
But that's what it is.
non-political.
You can sit at
Netflix,
home.
video games,
You can
anything else
literally
that's not
sit
going to
home
deal with real life
and
stuff.
turn blue in the face. Nothing will change. There's nothing you could do about it.
the one good thing about Donald Trump becoming president is it opened up the door for Dennis Rodman to eventually become president.
Yes.
Well, maybe Kanye West.
The worm, baby.
There it is.
See, maybe I would actually vote. I would go get registered to vote for Dennis Rodman.
I voted for when the elections happened. I voted for Gary Johnson because he legalized marijuana. I was like, come on. He was a conservative. I was like, come on, Gary, bro. He's fucking crazy.
Gary was a libertarian conservative. Actually, the guy who ran against him, Austin Peterson, I spoke to him a bunch of times. He was pretty cool. He was a libertarian also. It's just, I like that they're very cute, those guys, because they're like, oh, we have a shot. It's like, this is
Well, look. Stu admitted just now that he's the prime example of what the fuck is wrong with America.
Yeah.
He
Why?
voted for a guy solely because he wants to make weed legal. Knows nothing
Why
else
not?
about the
Why
guy
not? It's
whatsoever.
money.
You're telling me.
money.
You're telling
It's
me if you knew Joe Exotic, you would never voted for him. You fucking
I would have
full of
voted
shit.
for him 100% if I lived in
Me too.
Oklahoma.
Me too. I would vote for him.
But that's the equivalent of people saying that, like,
I might
if-
even fucking grew a mullet and pierce my eyebrow halfway with a little piece of skin and just put it hanging right there and fucking walked around with a shiny shirt, bro. I would have did it all. I would have been out there.
So that's the thing with Donald Trump being president that I think so many people forget. Donald Trump was a very good businessman. You could say, like, he went bankrupt this many times. That's a business move. That's a business move to save
It's always,
money.
yeah, it's always like that.
And he
It's
could
always
have
a
got
shady-
$1 million loan, and he turned it into $7 billion. So take a walk. He was on TV at the #1 TV show. He's a businessman. So I'm not shocked that when Donald Trump goes to a podium and he's asked to talk about hydrochloroquine, that he doesn't know the ins and outs of medicine. We all know football and hockey and baseball very well. But if you ask me to coach the New England Patriots, I cannot do that.
right.
Okay?
I agree. Right.
I can hire a bunch of good people who know that, but I cannot physically do that. Donald Trump knows business. He knows how to make money. He knows
How to
about
flip it.
currency. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why he is
that's his
president.
MO. That's
Right,
his
and I'm
MO.
okay with that. Because he doesn't know more than Dr. Fauci, who has dedicated his entire life to medicine, does not shock me.
AIDS,
Yeah.
SARS, everything.
Yeah. So don't be shocked when he says stupid things about medicine. First off, he has to somewhat look smart. He's the president of the United States.
He's trying. He's
Yeah,
giving it the college try, you know?
Pay for effort for the Donald.
He'll give you where the,
Yeah, I got you, Ray.
the
I got
lobby
you.
is.
Look,
There you go.
Help you where the lobby is.
in
and
these
Plaza.
4 years, that guy has got the greatest sound bites in the history of presidents.
Oh, it's great.
It's hysterical. It's absolutely
The best
hysterical.
one, is when he started actually talking about this, when he did that State of the Union, and they got him on the hot mic, and he got pen on his shirt, and he just goes, "Oh fuck."
You know what?
I've
what I
never
like?
seen that.
That's me before a meeting. If I go eat like a slice of pizza, I'm like, oh. That's me.
You know what I like the video when the girl's like, "Oh, I was sick," and he's like, "Oh no," and he just walked
Oh,
away.
yeah.
He just walked away.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The one thing I thought that was pretty cool that I've never really seen anybody do before was
What, tweet?
No, when he shut the lights and like put on a montage of the media talking shit about him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he threw it back in their faces with the montage of him actually doing the opposite of whatever they were trying to portray.
I see
And
that. It's about the whole.
I was sitting there like,
closure
yo,
of
I've never seen anybody do this before. Where he was like, yo,
Yeah.
he had like he yelled at the guy Willie in the back room, was like, yo, Willie, hit the lights, and the screens popped down. You know what I mean? I'd never seen nothing like that before.
He was explaining the whole borders closing, and he's like, "See, this is what I meant." And you guys threw it back in my face, and it kept different videos of repeating it.
I've never seen anything like that.
It's great.
That I thought was actually
great.
pretty cool.
How many times a week during this do you think he just sat in his fucking bedroom with Melania and was like, we could have just been in fucking Mar-a-Lago right now doing nothing but counting money.
Yeah.
And now I have to go out there in 20 minutes and talk to the press. And I have to do it for the next 55 days in a row at minimum. Like how many times?
He's doing like what 2-hour? He's doing 2-hour live events every day.
His press conferences are like an hour and a half, and he's just getting peppered all day.
Yeah, they
Of
fucking
course.
they hit him hard.
And he could have just been. He's 4 years old. He's a billionaire. His wife's a 46-year-old supermodel. Like, oh.
Great. You think he's gonna win a second term?
Okay, so a lot of people ask me that actually. This, as bad as this is, it doesn't hurt him because think of
It
this.
doesn't.
Think about the states where it's affecting the most. It's affecting in Jersey, Massachusetts, New York, and California. He was
Texas
never
too.
Texas too, but it's affecting him in states where it would never matter. Like if this was a big deal in like Ohio, like it would be huge because that's a swing state. But those are states that he was going to lose or definitely win already. The other factor is Joe Biden doesn't know where he is, what day it is, what the virus is called.
Nobody wants
Yo,
him.
I
Nobody-
absolutely
nobody
cannot
wants him.
believe, as
Everyone
much
calls
as
him a
I
rapist.
don't
Nobody
follow
wants him.
politics,
Yeah.
I can't believe that that's the guy that they ended up with.
It's crazy.
I did not
Like,
follow this
Bernie's-
political thing at all, but I was like, oh, that guy's got no fucking chance. And
Dude,
that's who ended up winning? What? What the fuck happened?
Watch his latest promo. It's him and his wife, and his wife is doing all the talking, and he's standing legitimately showing like this.
That's terrible, man.
He looks like a kid that like he got in trouble, and his mom had to like bring him to talk to the teacher, and his mom and the teacher are just agreeing that he's a piece of shit and a bad kid. Dude, if you have nothing to do after this podcast, please just pull up that latest video. It is cringe-inducing.
I'm just
Ray,
gonna
did you
look
watch
up,
him talk to the union guys and they were cursing at him back and forth? Did you
Oh, they
watch that
called
one?
it AR-15 and AR-14.
Oh, I
Yeah,
saw
he was
something like
talking
that.
talking shit to the union guys and cursing them
Ray,
out.
I don't know. Ray, I don't know if you answered this, but are you ever gonna run again for?
It's definitely like if I got like pushed to do it, if things got really bad in the neighborhood and I felt like the
Well,
people that were running shit would just shit for brains, then yeah, I would definitely think about doing it. But
Well, what are the guidelines for that? Like the guy that won that spot, how long does he get that spot for?
he's term limited in 2021, so I'm probably not going to run in 2021.
Well, you got our vote, so
I appreciate that. Listen,
If I
man,
was still in New York, I would vote for you, Ray.
appreciate that. I'm turning 30 in like 2 weeks here,
Oh, so you're gonna be
God bless.
another one that gets beat
when's your
on the birthday.
when's your
Yeah.
birthday?
May 14th.
May 23rd. I'll see you at quarantine.
Yeah. You stand on 5th Street, I'll stand on 7th Street.
Yeah,
We'll
throw
talk-
me a beer. Throw me a beer 6 feet away, and I'll throw you one back.
You got it.
Take it
That
easy, Stone
sucks
Cold.
too,
Jesus
bro.
Christ.
Well, listen.
That's another one that misses a birthday celebration.
Honestly, this
Tomorrow's my
neighborhood.
anniversary, and I'm missing that. My wedding. 3 years married.
You live with the fucking
Oh.
girl, bro. What are you missing?
He's not gonna be able to go anywhere.
What are you
No dinner.
missing?
I get no
Yo,
dinner.
look, man, you
You
gotta
get
do
no
the right.
dinner?
You
You
gotta
get
do
no
the right
dinner.
thing at home, bro.
I'm making dinner on
Okay.
Saturday.
What are you making?
Make-
What are you
dinner.
making?
He's
Steak.
making pineapple pizza. What the fuck you think?
Why are you jealous, bro? I'm jealous.
Listen, you gotta get out of jail, babe. I couldn't get you flowers. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
right. You know what?
you any jewelry? I don't know what these guys packing the jewelry, touching the ring.
As much as it sucks, there's a lot of bright sides to this.
Yeah.
And guess what? Get a piece of paper, some markers, write a fucking card.
Yeah.
And hand it there. There you go.
Yeah. Say, look, all the
I'm-
whole card
I'm cooking
section in
dinner on
Rite Aid was
Saturday.
exposed, so I had to skip it.
Yo, Rite Aid doesn't exist no more. It's fucking Walgreens now.
No,
maybe,
they only sell.
maybe in Jersey.
They only sell.
Still
I've seen
Rite
some
Aid's
in-
over here, I think.
No, I think they're converting it to Walgreens now. Walgreens is buying all the Rite Aids.
we still got. We still got
No, we
Rite
still
Aid.
got Rite Aid.
We don't
man.
got CVS anymore.
Yeah.
Those are gone.
Are they? Yeah.
In fact, they closed the one Walgreens. I know we're talking really
On Kings
generic
Highway.
West Kings Highway storefronts now on this podcast. This is for all you people that are a huge fan of pharmacies on Kings Highway.
Yeah.
Walgreens closed.
Yo.
Rite Aid is still open.
Someone on
True.
Facebook posted a Genevieve's commercial. I went, no way. Genevieve's on 65th. I was like, wow, that's old.
TBT.
Yo, speaking of this neighborhood with pharmacies, Avenue U and fucking West. What is that? West 3rd? How many pharmacies did that thing turn into? West 2nd? West 3rd?
There's a pharmacy like on 4 out of the 8 stores that are on Avenue.
Bro, that thing turned into a pharmacy every other year. It was a different pharmacy.
Yeah.
Well, when I got sick in February, I went to go get my meds from a Chinese pharmacy on King. They just opened one on Kings Highway. West.
The one right here, right by us. Right by
What,
us.
the Wuhan pharmacy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the strangest thing. Like I'm the only white kid in the place, and I'm like, I gotta get my prescription.
You're the minority in that place.
Yeah, bro. And they're all talking to each other in Chinese and shit. And I I was like, damn, this is fucking really weird.
You felt like every girl in a nail salon. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at,
Now I know what it
his
feels
feet.
like.
Look at
That's
his feet.
it's super weird.
yeah, this that Wu-Tang is fucking crazy, huh?
Dude, it's crazy.
This is like, so I'm trying to get this, like, we're going to do this, like, consistently. We're going to bring in guests every day. We're going to change it up. We're going to switch it up. We're going to have a bigger rotation, small rotations. We're going to talk about a lot of random stuff as we keep going on. Because now that we're home now, and I'm not going
Why,
to
you're
front.
home?
I feel like, no, like the first month,
Now
like,
that we're home.
we all had,
Okay.
like, shit going on, like, I was like in a dark place. Like I had to put my dog down like during this
wow.
whole thing. So I was like kind of depressed for a little while. Pasquale had his own shit going on. Bree had his own shit going on. Like we were all a little mushed out. So we stopped doing content for a while. And then like being stuck home doesn't make it any better. Like with what's going on, like you just sulk in your fucking sorrows.
That's all you do. That's all you do.
Right,
What
because,
the
like-
fuck could you do?
I'm getting drunk by myself.
Word.
You know, like I'm video
Nice.
chatting with my friends.
I
Like,
would
for
do
the
that
most part,
too.
I'm like drinking by myself, and it's fucking weird that I'm at this point in my life.
I might have
You just
seen
go-
it.
Sean, you just
Got
go
to
on
a
Twitch
point
and
where I was
just
like,
drink
yo.
by yourself on Twitch.
The podcast needs to come back, and we got to come back hard. And I was like, we got to do videos. So this was like the perfect thing. And you know,
Sean,
topics are going to be a lot more broad now because there's so much different things going on.
listen, it could have been worse, man. You could have made a TikTok.
I know. Yo, look,
Good
that
point.
is the bottom of the barrel thing on my list of things that I would ever do.
This is
There's
what
a lot of
everyone
other things I would do. I'd probably do
everyone's
Tide Pod.
TikToks look like this.
There's some good ones though.
What?
There are some good ones though.
There's a little-
What? You're fucking talking to yourself. What the fuck are you doing?
If someone told me like, "Hey, the world's ending in a month," and I was like, "Should I just
Make a TikTok.
Yeah, is this the time? Is this the moment? Is this my moment?
What would you do on your last day on Earth? TikTok.
Probably
Crazy.
on a roller roaster, yeah.
Yo, I'm getting back to this fucking topic. I don't give a shit. Joe Exotic, Tiger
Guy,
King.
bro.
Yo,
Bro, let him die,
It's,
man.
it's the people like this
over.
kid that made this guy something.
I'm not making him anything.
You are,
How
though.
do- I
When you
just
bring him
wanna-
up 3 times,
No,
the
no,
people
no.
are going to go, oh, man, I still haven't watched it. Maybe now I'm going to
No,
watch
no,
it.
no.
He's
Just
bringing-
because Charlie don't shut the fuck up about it.
He's
You know
bringing
why?
up Joe Exotic, like Joe Exotic brings up Carol Baskin constantly.
But listen,
Exactly.
Fuck Carol Baskin.
but I just want to bring up one
She
point.
definitely killed a husband.
Bro,
I believe
1,000%.
I believe
1,000%. And you got that jerk off saying, oh, tigers can't eat bones. What world do you live in?
She's cold-blooded.
She killed her husband, 100%.
I just want to know. This guy ran, he
Tigers.
this went
governor?
on. This went on in this world, and no one fucking knew anything about it.
Well, think about where this went on.
But still, he was on talk shows, bro.
Bro.
No one knew this guy.
I didn't think that places like that even fucking existed. I
Me
thought
either.
like a
I know you
zoo,
tigers
a zoo was a
normally.
zoo. Like the Bronx Zoo is a legitimate, giant,
Business, yes.
like city-ran organization that, like, I didn't think that like the 4 of us could pool our money together and buy a backyard and say,
Bro,
we're
who
gonna
knew a
build this
tiger
zoo.
cost $6,000?
You know what I mean?
2,000.
The equivalent of what
2K.
these guys did. These guys
2K?
proclaim
2K for a
themselves
tiger.
Bro, 500
professionals.
each right now. Come on.
I'm in.
Where you gonna put it though?
In your
You're in
yard,
Jersey,
'cause
bro.
you're in
Yeah.
Jersey.
I have a big backyard. I do.
Fine, you're in. That's it. What the fuck are we gonna do?
I got a 4-foot fence back there. Motherfucker, jump right
You know?
over me in the street, Van Sicklen running in booty schoolyard.
Yeah.
Yo, some dude in Harlem had a tiger line at one
I
point.
seen
in his
that.
life.
Yeah.
I bet. But that's
It's
the
just,
one thing I took away from that documentary was that I didn't realize that that's exactly what went on in
It's
like
crazy.
the Midwest America.
that's what I'm
There's
trying to
made
say.
underground tigers and shit.
Yo, but that's
Yeah.
what I was trying to say. That's what my whole point of bringing it up. Shit like that was going on in the world, and no one knew about it. This guy had 271 tigers. That's not normal. It's not
No,
like to
it's
say,
not. It's not.
hey, come to my backyard, let's have a barbecue. Watch this.
But,
There's 200 fucking tigers back there.
Like I'm a bit of a documentary freak. I watch fucking everything about everything, and I don't see why that specific show got the hype that it did. I don't
Because
really
it
think
came
it was
out-
anything.
But because it
That-
came out the minute we got
It
quarantined.
wasn't that awesome. Yeah, right. That's a
It
logical
was.
answer of
And
why.
if
because the one that was popular right before that was that one Love Is Blind. So
I
like,
didn't
that was
do
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
I did not do that
Mark-
one.
Mark is
Every guy's
34.
revenge.
24.
Yeah,
Did
I
not
watched
Those
that
memes
one.
are great.
You know what it was,
Great.
dude?
I got crazy into it, but that was like every guy's revenge. It's like, yeah, Love Is Blind. We're gonna watch
Tiger King.
Tiger King.
The
Yeah.
polar
Yeah.
opposite of what we just sat through.
Yeah.
So like, a couple of girls I was talking to, and I was like, "Oh, so what have you been watching?" They're all like, "I'm watching this Love Is Blind, and it's like cringingly bad, but I am still watching it." And they're like, "Oh, you should watch it." And I was like, "No, you just told me it was terrible, so I'm not gonna watch it." But it's one of those that it was so bad, but
It's
you
good
had to see
bad.
it through.
Yeah.
Good bad.
I watched it, man. I got towards the end. I was like, what the fuck? They didn't get married, and then I'm like, the fuck am I doing with myself?
What am I doing
Only,
right
only
now?
like 2 of them stay together too. It's crazy.
No,
Yeah,
Wow,
no.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stu, for the update. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we were really in on this still. We were,
Don't forget, Jessica's only 34 and Mark's 24.
yeah.
Don't forget that.
That I seen. I didn't understand that. I seen that on Instagram, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's all she said.
and literally, this was me. I looked up. I was like, Marcus 24, and just I was like, what the fuck are these people? And then I thought to myself,
90 Day Fiance is big right now too.
yeah. And then I thought to
I haven't been
myself,
doing any
what
of
the
that.
fuck am I doing?
I did. I did a lot of Netflix. I watched that pandemic one. that eerily came out like right before this shit happened?
Yeah, I'm watching it too from my front fucking window, bro. My living room.
I watched a couple of HBO
I don't need to
documentaries.
turn on Netflix.
Yeah, but this gives you insight, background, and a little information on the people behind the scenes and what they do, their day-to-day stuff or whatever.
I might watch it actually.
It was interesting. It was actually very interesting. They have a big thing
Stu,
about it. They talk about Ebola
you
and
said
shit.
the new. Go ahead.
What? What else did I watch? There's a lot of stuff. I watch anything
Ozark.
HBO. Anything
Ozark is
HBO,
good.
I watch. I watch everything HBO that they've ever put out, whether it's documentaries, series, miniseries.
You watch Watchmen yet?
Yeah, I watched Watchmen. I watched Watchmen a long
So
time
good.
ago. Watchmen was very good.
You want me to blow your minds right now?
I'm watching
for
Westworld
it.
right now.
I actually started a series that was probably the most popular TV show in history, and I never watched one episode.
What is it? Community?
Sopranos.
You just started now?
I just started.
Oh man,
Sean's a big Soprano.
I love it. I think it's better than Godfather, Goodfellas, like all the classic shit like that, because it's a more detailed.
Like Entourage is my favorite show of all time.
I love Entourage.
And I'm two.
I never watched it.
I'm 2 seasons in on The Sopranos, and wow,
Yo, all right.
it's the greatest show on TV.
I read something that
2 seasons, 10 years.
the first season of The Sopranos
Still
was
relevant,
the
Better
greatest
late than never.
greatest writing in television history. The first season.
The second season blew my mind away. Like every episode is just. I'm very like wishy-washy when it comes to TV. I don't watch a ton of TV. I watch sports, the news, period, stop. Entourage and Seinfeld were like the only 2 shows I ever watched.
Okay.
If I am hooked on The Sopranos.
Yo, it's
You watch
phenomenal.
Curb?
It's
You
phenomenal.
watch Curb Enthusiasm?
Everybody says it's an uncensored Seinfeld. If you love
It is.
Seinfeld, you have to watch Curb. I've never watched 1 second of Curb. I don't watch TV. I'm not a TV guy, man. Just not.
Larry
I'm a
David's
big
fucking
TV
nuts.
guy. I'm a big
He's
TV
Honestly,
nuts.
most of the time the TV's on, I'm on my phone.
But no one's home?
Yeah, nobody's.
You know, TV's
Nobody's
on. I'm
there.
fucking on my phone.
No, I watch a lot of.
I bought a PlayStation too. I never really owned a PlayStation. I bought it when this pandemic started. Started playing little video games here and there and stuff like that. So
I don't even own the system.
You gotta be going fucking
You're
nuts,
missing out. Yeah,
bro.
you're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
I don't
I
understand
told
what
you
you
yesterday.
do,
I bought a basketball hoop.
You must masturbate religiously
Yeah.
all day long, bro. There's no way you're fucking home board.
Nah.
It can't be.
Because, like, bro,
No way.
I've been playing video
No
games like
way.
I'm 12 years old all over again, bro.
Nah,
I'm online
I go play.
I'm in group
When
chats
it's
with all
nice
these
out,
kids.
I'm a lazy fuck nowadays, bro.
You said it's gonna be nice out. What are you gonna do? You're gonna stay home. That's it.
I go for
said I've been-
walks.
I said when it's
Yeah,
nice
you
out,
look
I
too.
go play
I
basketball,
haven't. I
bro.
really haven't. I walk
I work
around
with
when
my
I'm at work.
family.
Bro, when I'm out of this, my fucking jumper is gonna be fire. It's gonna be wet.
It's gonna be
It's
wet.
gonna be wet. I'm gonna be one of those kids that walk around with the basketball.
Nice.
That's gonna be me.
I have a giant fear that I'm gonna be like extremely obese after this is all over, because
No, you
I'm
gotta
not
control
doing
yourself.
anything. I mean, I'm still going to work, but after work, I'm coming home and like I'm eating like shit, because when the fucking cabinets start getting low, I'm fucking literally eating anything. Shit
So,
that
hey,
I don't
You know,
normally.
you know what you could do for that? Stop eating like shit.
Yeah, but even
That
the fruit
helps.
and stuff, like things are not there.
Fruit.
Fruit's bad for you. Sugar.
Yo, we went to fucking Costco today, and there was
You got a piece of fruit in that fucking beard of yours, bro.
nothing there. We went to fucking Costco, and it's the fucking the leader of giant groceries, and they had nothing. Nothing.
Bro, did you see that? You see that
Everything
video
was
of people
empty.
fighting in
Like,
front of Costco?
no- Like, bro, they had no meat whatsoever. Like, what the fuck is that?
When
What does that
when
mean?
like the pandemic happened,
How is that
like, I went to-
possible?
I went to
There's no
BJ's and like the
meat at all.
whole produce aisle gone.
Everything's
nothing.
empty.
Gone.
Not even that.
Empty.
The guy before us bought everything. Like,
No, you know what
it's
it is?
already empty.
You
Everything
got
is gone.
You got that one guy who has 82 gallons of milk in his refrigerator.
No,
that
but they
probably doesn't even drink milk.
They're not even
ever.
letting them do that. We were only allowed to buy. They put limits on all the items that you
Everything.
can buy. So
Everything.
you can't take the whole shelf of tuna fish or whatever.
Yo, but you
can't.
gotta. At this
They're
point,
only
you
letting
go
you
there,
get one, but
you-
they don't
you
even
go to-
have anything to offer you.
You fucking buy whatever's there.
But that's what I'm saying. This is why
don't
I'm
That's what
even
eating
he's saying,
fucking
Koss.
peanut butter and jelly, because that's all they had.
I know.
Like,
Nothing wrong with that.
Real
Survive
quick,
on that shit.
Richie disappeared and never.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
There's no key. Can't find a charger.
Yeah. Anyone check on him? Rich.
Call him. Somebody call him.
Yeah, right. Rich.
Shawnee trying to hit the new max 2 hours.
Oh shit! I don't even know why. How long is this on?
Hour and a half. Hour and 45.
All right.
Damn.
You keeping a track?
No, this doesn't keep track. I don't know.
He just asked how long it's been on.
Yeah.
I thought he knew. I don't know.
Podcast.
Mine. There's no stopwatch thing when you.
I know what
record
time we
this.
started. We started at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not precisely 8. That I hit the record button.
I think it was like
Sorry,
8:03. Yeah, like 8:03.
Maybe 8:10. Maybe 8:15.
Everyone got work tomorrow?
I do.
Yeah,
I'm going
I
back
do.
tomorrow.
Working from the same place I'm doing this podcast from.
That's
Must
nice,
be nice.
right?
Must be
bathroom?
nice.
No, it's my kitchen. My Keurig, my little espresso machine back there, my
Yeah. That's nice. I get the generic jail background.
Yeah.
Me too. Looks like I'm in my fucking cell right now. God!
Stu, are you never gonna shave until this is over, or are you just gonna?
Never. I'm gonna let it
You
rock.
got corona in there, bro. It's
No.
stuck in there.
That's the
I
Angel
clean,
Luck
it, I,
rate.
clean it, I
Virus.
clean it good, man. I clean it good.
How do you clean it? Show me.
I have conditioner. I got everything upstairs.
Show me the motion.
I don't need to show you the motion.
Is it up or down?
Yeah, is it
Is
up?
it up or down?
It's
Do you,
Yeah.
do you wash
Yeah.
do you wash your beard like you wash your hair? Like
yeah. I get in there.
You gotta
No,
get in there.
it looks,
Have to.
bro. It looks so itchy.
It's amazing. You go to bed. It's a nice little extra pillow.
I was told by people that it's only itchy when you first start doing it, and then
Yes.
when you
That's
get
it.
through that, when you punch through that hole, it's smooth sailing for the rest of your life.
Mhm. It's easy.
That's brolic, bro.
That's like no. This is November. This is no shave November.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn, that's a.
I don't even know if my
beard.
shit would look like that if I went from November. I don't
Nah,
even
I
think
feel
I
like
have
you.
the capacity to fucking.
Nah,
grow it
you
that
would
long.
definitely be Patch McAdams, bro.
Yeah, I don't
For
think
sure.
mine would look like that. Mine would just look like this.
100%.
It would look just like this. It wouldn't. Like I feel like I hit a
Sean will
wall.
have this. Sean will be like, "Yo, this is from 2013."
Yeah, like I hit a wall and it just stops growing on its own.
Yo, it's been cold lately too. I'm like, I'm happy I haven't shaved it
It's
yet.
brick,
It's been
bro.
fucking
We're in
freezing
April and
out.
it's freezing.
Yeah.
Not only are we on quarantine, the fucking weather sucks. It's been raining for like a
it's
week
hit or
and a
miss.
half.
It's hit or miss.
Yo, that's
man.
honestly
It's
one of the
crazy.
reasons why it kind of makes this not so bad. Every time I look at my window, I'm like, oh, this weather sucks anyway.
Yeah, but if this isn't better by the summer, people are gonna be going outside without their masks, and it's gonna be bad. If
That's
it gets
the thing.
warmer out, and this pandemic's still happening in June, people are gonna be going outside, and there's gonna be no stopping them.
That's the crazy part is like weather and time are totally irrelevant in all of this.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
It could be 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 11 o'clock at night right now. It doesn't matter.
No,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
It's like,
Oh,
oh,
for you,
I know.
for you, yeah.
I usually drink on Saturdays. Like, not me. I'm just saying in general. People fucking getting wrecked on a Tuesday, literally just demolished.
I had 2 glasses of bourbon while we were doing this podcast.
Exactly.
Must
I,
Drinking
I
water.
mean, what else are we doing?
And a Pellegrino.
That's
Shout
the
out
way
keep
to
it
do
fancy,
it.
yeah, keep it
You
fancy.
guys seen?
It
You
doesn't
guys seen the
matter at this
espresso
point.
come right through the screen?
Yeah, the fine china.
Where'd you get that from? That espresso came straight from Sicily. Look at that thing. Look at that cup
Yeah,
over
bro.
there. That's
Bro.
not fine China, bro.
When you got a full zip mother, that's like here espresso every time fucking we eat a little
my
peanut.
parents.
We eat a peanut. My mom's like, "You want espresso after?" This is where you get it in, right here.
That's the espresso like cups that my grandmother would bring out when there's company. Like I don't
Yeah.
get those cups on a Monday night.
But
He's the
guess
guy
what?
that actually uses those on the day to
And
day.
you know it's good. You know it's good espresso when all the fucking scum is right in
Oh
there.
yeah. All
You know?
the cream is stuck to the sides. Yeah, it's good stuff.
So are you one of those guys? Do you put sugar in it or no?
Nah, my mom makes it the old school way on the stove, so it's pre-sugared.
The metal
Pre-sugar.
canister.
Oh.
So you hear her literally going, four. And if you mess up, she's like, "Fuck, I don't know how many sugars I put in here."
No one's
Some-
sleeping.
Sometimes it's perfect, and sometimes it's a hit miss. Could be bitter, could be too sweet. I drink it anyway. I drink like 18 a day, but what
I
do
drink
you
one black coffee.
do? And
in the
now,
morning.
I bought
Iced coffee.
I bought the Nespresso, but I got the coffee Barbone from Italy. Oof, man,
Oh, that's the
man.
best coffee, man.
man.
Really?
I'll give you one 6 feet away. I'll leave it on my stoop. Pass by, take it and go.
Happy
I got
birthday.
I got rid of the Nespresso. I went over to the Illy. the Illy machine.
You got Barbone?
I had the Barbone with the espresso machine.
It's good, bro. It's good.
Yeah.
I bought 100 pods for $40, and it came with cups, sugars, and stirrers. I got my own espresso bar right there. Who fucking needs all
Look
this?
at
Look at these.
I got
fucking
it in my
guys.
kitchen.
What's happening right now? These guys
People
are breaking.
flexing-
They're breaking
flexing
down the
their
espresso.
machines.
Bro, there's
very
nothing else to
serious about
do. I became a
A connoisseur of espresso.
I started my own store back there.
What else are we gonna talk about? How about that Knick game last night? Oh wait.
I know. How
Yeah.
crazy is
How
that?
about them? No, yo, they got a winning season right now.
Bro,
They're
how
fucking
How crazy is that? Like ESPN, the Ocho is like a real thing now.
Yeah.
Putting on like the most
Cornhole
ridiculous
games.
fucking. I was
Yeah.
watching like a Tetris tournament and like dumb
nice.
shit. Or like
honestly.
I watched the guy. It was like one of the guys that does like Sports Center highlight reels, fucking anchors, doing like commentating on baseball video games.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Like that's what's happening right now. He was like doing highlight reels of baseball video games.
that's
They're
life, man. It's
Like
life.
it's crazy that this is what's happening. Like all those guys that do sports talk radio and all that stuff, they literally don't have anything to talk about anymore.
I think there was NBA players having basketball tournaments, like legit, like 2K tournaments, like all pro basketball players.
Yeah, but
recently.
think about it this way, bro. Just because you're in the NBA doesn't make you a good video game player.
No, it doesn't.
That's
And
not
you
true.
think I care
There's
to
some-
watch you play video games? You might be trash, bro.
There's some athletes that play video games like
There are some. There are some. I
yes.
give you that. But there are also some you really don't want to
Like-
watch
like-
them have a
Now,
controller in their hand.
if you were in the NBA, would you play with yourself
Yes.
in the video game?
100%.
When we were younger, we hung out with a kid that was he played D1 college, and there was a college baseball video game that came out for
Baseball, NCAA.
yeah, but it
Had
was
to
like
be.
they only made one baseball one. They really
Yeah,
didn't make a
NCAA
baseball
baseball for Xbox. I had it.
one. And we went
My
and
whole
bought it
team-
because he
My
was
whole
in the
team
game.
was me.
So
My whole
we
team
went
was me.
we went to go play because his school was in the game and a fake version of himself was in the game. It didn't really look like him, but it had like
Who?
his stats and stuff.
Nuns?
Yeah, nuns.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that was cool. He was like, "Bro, I'm in NCAA baseball," and we were like, "Oh,
That's so funny.
let's go rent the game." Like back when Blockbuster was the thing, we'll go
He was
rent the
my
game.
favorite person to debate against with politics because he's so
Oh
far
my
left.
God.
I love nuns. I love him. Good dude.
Yep.
Dude, you know sports talk radio is bad when you turn it on and it's like, so what do you think the best Yankee lineup of all time was? Like, oh no, fuck this. Like I'm out. Like
Nope,
I'm tapped out.
nope. That's what's going on right now. Everybody's like reaching for scraping the idea of
Bomb in a
the
barrel.
barrel. Like, what can we talk about today?
Well, it's
like,
with
we're running out of
everything.
stuff. Yeah.
Thank God the NFL
everywhere.
had the draft. I mean, I do a sports podcast every Friday and like I talked about I did predictions for the NFL draft like the last 3
That's
weeks.
your saving
Now,
grace right now.
You know what? One good thing about the draft was like they were with their families. You know what I mean? Like it was an actual fucking. They were interacting with their families, like their biggest moment of their life. At least they were with their family, not fucking.
Yo, the best was that guy. I don't know because I don't follow
right back.
I don't follow the players like that. But the guy that fucking got drafted and his girl took his phone and then
Yeah,
yoked
you
it
see
right
the
back.
video?
He said, "Give me that shit."
It was literally like this. It was like he was like, no.
Yep,
That was the Cowboys, CD Lamb.
that was our guy.
Yeah.
That was great.
Best wide receiver in the draft.
And I read somewhere that girl is one of those. She like dated some other athlete before him or some shit. Oh, Trey Young. That was his
Oh, wow.
ex-girlfriend. She's one of those. So
She's
you
a
don't really
Kardashian?
know
Is she a
how that's gonna
Kardashian?
go.
She's
No,
a
I don't know
Kardashian?
what she is, but apparently she's one of those athlete chasers. One of those hot girl athlete chasers that'll probably be on one of those shows with Drea and all those fucking
Yeah.
wives and whatever.
Loving fucking
Yeah,
basketball.
Yeah, whatever the
it's called.
fucking those shows are. So that girl's lined up to be the next one up for those. 'Cause all of those girls are like that. It's just like it's weird. That community of like athletes and women, they date the same ones. It's weird. It's very weird.
Locally.
Because they all hang out in those circles, I guess.
Yeah. They go to those same clubs after the game or whatever, I guess. And
Speaking of Sopranos, that's like the prototypical basement where someone gets whacked. Look at that kid's basement.
yeah.
basement.
Yo, but how? Damn, man. that's crazy to start it now. Like, you fully know how it ends, you know? There's no way you don't know how it ends.
Yeah, everybody complained about it.
Yeah.
But
But,
did you see the ending? Like, you know what it looks like?
Yeah, I mean, everybody
I do.
talked about it, so I watched the ending. I YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
what?
Ready? This is how it ends.
I mean, it's gonna be a different thing when you actually
Literally.
when you get there, and then you can make your own judgment if you accept it or
Because
not.
everybody freaked out over it, and now I'll be able to freak out over it as well.
And you'll be by yourself, so everyone's gonna comment on it, and then it's gonna blow up all over again.
What's gonna be funny is that, like, you know it's coming.
You're gonna piss everyone off.
Even though
all
when
over
you
again.
know it's coming, you still don't know when exactly it happens. Because even now, if I rewatch it, that shit cuts at a point where you don't think that it's gonna cut.
You know what?
You don't see it coming.
Recently, I seen something that pissed me off when it first happened, and it literally, like, I made a joke about it. It really pissed me off all over again. So everyone kept posting like the most like fake death on TV, and everyone kept posting the Opie on Sons of Anarchy death. Bro, it literally bothered me all over again. Like that whole scene when they kill him and everything. I was so pissed off. I fucking shut the computer off. I shut the screen. I was like, "Fuck this shit."
That shit didn't hit me like that. I didn't really
You're a piece
mind.
of shit. That's why.
Maybe I am. But somebody told me a long time ago that the show was based on what was it based on? Caesar, right? Julius Caesar or something? Sons of Anarchy was based off of
Whoever told you that only told you and didn't tell us.
So I kind of knew going in when I started watching that show that everyone around him was going to end up dead or fucking in jail or something like that. He was basically going to be on his own towards the end anyway. So I kind of walked into that show expecting, like, all right, in the beginning is a big crew, like of a dozen of them, and towards the end there's probably going to be nobody.
But that's every show.
Or I expected it to happen.
But that's
no,
every
not
show.
necessarily.
100%.
Breaking Bad went the whole way with those guys.
Bro, one show.
No, there's plenty of other shows.
Walking Dead. Wiped out everyone.
The Sopranos goes a very
around.
long time before guys start getting taken off the chessboard like that.
But it still happens. Shh. You
Later,
watch it, bro.
You know, but yeah, Walking Dead's a different story though. But that's also a show where you go in thinking most of these people are going to die.
I gave up on that show so quick. Not that quick, but I was like,
I'm still watching it.
Nah, I can't watch it anymore.
I'm telling you,
still committed.
The last time when the old man got his head chopped off was the last episode I seen.
Better Call Saul is great. I don't know how you're not watching it, Sean. Better Call Saul is such a great show.
Because I can't, bro. It's
good,
not
though.
Heisenberg. I can't watch it without Heisenberg.
It's just crazy background stories of all the characters that you never knew who they were.
Yeah, I heard it's very good. I mean,
it's fucking
those
wild.
guys are great writing, great
like
dialogue.
Gus Fring.
Yeah, it is. I'll probably watch it when it ends. To be honest, I don't know.
Well, season 5 just ended
I can sit
last Monday.
and binge the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's like I went back to since I've started watching Westworld again. I got back to and I like caught up. So now that I'm on like the week to week episode thing, it's fucking bothering me. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm waiting till it
one at
finishes
a
all
time,
8
man.
episodes and I'll watch them all in one shot.
I'm really not into watching the show week to week anymore. Like I'll watch something that comes out on Netflix or Hulu. Like
it spoils you. It spoils because it's
4
one
or 5
shot.
at a clip.
Yeah,
and be done with it.
Yeah,
I read somewhere that they're gonna stop doing that.
Yeah, supposedly Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus does it.
I know
they do
Disney
1 week
Plus
per
is
episode.
Fucking gay with that. That Mandalorian shit bothers me too.
It's so fucking good.
Yo,
but why do you have to do it week to week, bro? You filmed the whole fucking show.
Because you're paying for a month. They'll get you for 2 months. That's why they're doing it. That's what Netflix is trying to do it too.
I guess, but I wouldn't watch the whole Mandalorian and then cancel my Disney Plus.
Some people do that though.
Some people do that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, what are those numbers you think? What percentage of people actually do that?
I'm gonna say at least 25.
You know, like you got to think about it. Disney Plus, that fucking app has everything. Disney has everything. There's like
everything
subcategories for all kinds of shit that you can watch.
Isn't there like a new package that you can get like Netflix, Hulu?
You can
Disney Plus.
You can get Disney Plus,
Hulu, and ESPN.
ESPN for $13.
All together.
That's awesome.
Yet I'm still paying for Optimum, getting hammered over the head with that shit.
Look, think about it. If you get it separately, Fuck Verizon. Fuck the Verizon charge.
I get killed in Verizon.
You breathe on your phone. It's an extra 10 cents. They charge you.
I just switched to T-Mobile.
I got T-Mobile.
I got Sprint.
I had
T-Mobile-
Sprint. I had Sprint for like 20 years, and I didn't really have
T-Mobile
any
and
problem
Sprint just
with it.
combined, no?
That's why I went
think
to
so.
T-Mobile.
They share the same towers.
T-Mobile is taking over Sprint.
That's combined.
So that's why I jumped ship. They were giving me a better deal on the new iPhone. I don't even know what I got.
You went for the new phone. That's it. That's all you did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got two cameras, whatever the fuck. I don't know, man. And it's all the same shit at this point. There's no groundbreaking advancements in cell phones anymore.
No.
It's all the same.
When did you buy that? February?
Right before the fucking pandemic. I was in T-Mobile
go.
with a mask on.
That's why you got sick.
No.
No, he got sick
No.
after.
I'm only kidding.
I think I got...
Those are for all the 5G fucking jerk-offs.
Yeah, that's what happened. I think I got 5G'd. I got 5G'd.
Yeah, you got 5G.
He got the 5G phone. All of a sudden, fucking metal things started flying and sticking to his side of his head.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
this was a long... This was a long-ass episode.
Yeah, it's a long podcast.
Yeah, well...
Was this the longest?
Yo, it might be. It probably is because...
What an honor.
It definitely is Sean's longest podcast.
Well, we started with
Thanks,
5
dude, 'cause
people,
I'm not biased.
and then we
I'm not
lost
biased.
one.
He's
And then
the head man. He's the master.
thinking about it from a standpoint where our older episodes, when it was just the 3 of us in person, we were kind of like on a schedule because who has work, who wants to eat dinner, who wants to go home, who has shit to do. It's a little different now.
Let me guess who had dinner when you from Pasquale.
Not me.
This kid always had a fucking schedule, bro.
Away from me. Come on, bro.
This kid was always like,
You know what it is, bro? It's the traveling, bro. When you gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning, I gotta drive all the way to fucking Bay Ridge or wherever we were doing the show.
Bro, stop
we would do.
crying,
We were on the road for a little bit. We were in Hawaii. Ohio.
Hawaii?
I'm only kidding. Yeah, Hawaii. No,
When-
it's different now. You can fucking sit here all day.
right, it's a
Nice.
different vibe.
It's
now.
great.
Literally, if I wanted to stop talking, I just literally slide down and go right to bed. I'm on my bed.
Right, right.
So
I'm in the man cave hanging out.
It's a different vibe doing it like this, which isn't bad. And I think even when all this shit is over, we're going to keep the thing going of video and audio to have both.
100%.
Because I always thought that Joe Rogan was the smartest guy, that you could listen to his podcast,
Yeah.
You
you
can
can watch them in the studio. You know, somewhere down the road, the goal is to have a studio.
I listen
Where
to
people
4
can come
podcasts
and
a
hang
week.
out.
It's just like the days where we can't
do
make it to do it. We jump on this and it gets done.
I listen to 4
You know what I mean?
podcasts a week, so I watch 2 and I listen to 2. It's
Because
Like,
I
like,
have to watch.
Are we one of them?
I have to
Are
watch.
we one of them?
the show.
you're my 5th actually. You're 5.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
Top 5.
He subscribed.
Top
He
5
said-
is
He
solid.
subscribed to
Yo.
the YouTube. I was like, woo!
Top.
Hey,
I'll-
yeah, show support, man.
I'll take top
Right
5.
now.
I'll take top.
Woo!
You gotta subscribe. You're in it now.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm in it to win it.
He's my political advisor.
You know.
Uh,
Because at some point I may need one for this shit. My big mouth's gonna get us into trouble someday.
Ray, when you leave, I'll make sure it's clear before you leave the room. You
I appreciate
that.
Secret Service.
All right, so guys, we'll obviously we'll be back probably as soon as possible. I don't know how everyone's schedule
Wait,
is.
Sean's running it probably tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I'm in
can
tomorrow.
get,
I'll
we
be-
will
I'm
get.
up.
I
I'm
will
on
get
8 o'clock
motherfucking guests in here tomorrow.
So if you guys want to come back, be our guest.
door's
again.
open?
The door's open. Literally, you just
Yeah.
ring the bell. Right? The fucking thing rings now. You gotta come in. You ring, ding dong.
Yeah. I put on the ring the bell settings.
So and if you can't make it at 8 o'clock, text us. We'll send you the code, and you just pop in, and you join in. And still shave your fucking beard. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll be on tomorrow. Don't worry.
Yeah,
All
show
right.
us some pictures of your dinner.
You're gonna be real nice. You're gonna be on your anniversary. You're gonna bring your wife with you.
My wife's right here right now. You want to say hello?
You want to say hello?
Oh, look, live.
Look at my little baby.
Hi.
Hey.
This is my second one. I say hi, Opie. Oh, what's up, Mama?
You
She got-
got
she-
He's
I
got
hope
dad
she-
duties to do.
I hope she pulls your beer right off your face.
She does all the time. She loves this thing though. She pulls the shit out of it.
You can
Right.
literally hide her in there.
All right, so look, you got anything you want to plug real quick before we sign off, Ray? You want to tell anybody what your shit is?
Yeah, definitely. Bath Beach, Bensonhurst, Gravesend Alliance. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're doing a bunch of stuff, really just to combat COVID-19 in areas where people really don't know how to combat it, or they're really less fortunate. We did a bunch of food drives. We gave away masks over the weekend. We'll be doing a bunch more, I'm sure. So it'll definitely be on there. If you want to get involved, even just donate a couple bucks to any of the causes we got going on. Please do that. We appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. We'll keep fighting the good fight until this is over, and then we'll find the next thing to fight for.
What's the name on Facebook so everyone can hear it again?
Bath Beach, Bensonhurst, Gravesend Alliance.
Guys,
Cool.
go
Super cool.
go check out the page and support everything that's going on right now. We appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
You got my support. And for us, the YouTube channel is new. It's Majority Rules NY. That's the channel. You could subscribe. This will be our second video. Everybody that still listens to us the old school way, we're still on iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, and guys, if you wanted us to
SoundCloud,
talk
all that
about,
shit.
if you guys want us to talk about anything, just let us know. This
Yeah.
podcast is for you guys. We'll talk shit about anything you want. Just let us know.
Yeah, I
DM
mean,
us.
I'm gonna try to record a lot of content all week, so we're gonna get back to actually ruling on a bunch of things.
Yeah, of course.
This is more getting everybody back into the swing of being in a rotation of doing this. Of being on the air and talking about what the fuck is going on in all our lives and all the bullshit.
If you
Everything
don't,
seemed to stop for a minute, so now we're in this pause type of scene. So it's an in between. Like we're living, but we're not really living. You know what I'm saying? At this moment.
It's maybe, bro. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're in a pause of life. So
Of
this
course.
is it's
Are
hard
you
to.
doing fucking slam poetry right now? What's happening?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's
he's gonna pull out a fucking hacky sack and start going.
it's been getting a little difficult to actually fucking get into real topics because nothing's going on.
There's nothing going on.
Yeah,
But
we'll get back into the swing of things.
obviously,
We're bringing in people now, like we're getting different views on stuff, and we're gonna expand. We're slowly expanding.
yeah. And
Definitely.
listen, we'll try to get everyone on that wants to be on. But if you're gonna be on and try to be like a jerk off and talk about stupid shit, you're not coming on. It's just
I set the fucking bar high. All right.
Yeah, set the bar
exactly.
I set the bar
So,
high, kid.
so before you try to come on, make sure you know
You get approval from Ray first.
you gotta get there. All right.
Yeah.
But seriously, let us know what you guys want us to talk about, and stay safe.
Yeah, social distance, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Till tomorrow.
Later.
Yep.
Later.
Peace.